Ladies and gentlemen, it is time now to join me in bowing down to our hardcore king. Maybe now the greatest, not only hardcore wrestler, but hardcore champion of all time, especially after what he did at Anniversary 7 yesterday. Maybe the greatest backyard and underground wrestling show in history. After he disposed of the Puerto Rican nightmare, Manny Cobra. And after all, Manny Cobra thought he had the hardcore king right where he wanted him. But an old friend came out and certainly showed everybody why maybe last week he might have been the back of the news. But tonight, he's the front page of the news. And we'll talk about just who else is left. What else is to prove? And why again? All the names that come on to Sportzwire Radio, all the hardcore greats, all these hardcore legends that have competed in deathmatch here, kings of death matches. They're in XPW, IWA Deep South. They're in Carnage Cup, Resurrection Wrestling. They've got their own championships. But the facts are, ladies and gentlemen, there is only one true champion. There is only one true hardcore king. There is only one man that continues to defy the odds despite all the roadblocks, all the hurdles, all the backstage politics that has been put toward this man. And ladies and gentlemen, he continues to do it despite all the words. Oh, the turtleneck this. Oh, the turtleneck that. No facial hair, some facial hair, haircut, sunglasses. It doesn't matter, all of it. Because at the end of the day, this man has shown why he is the standard bearer when it comes to hardcore greats, the hardcore greats of today. Let's see him. Let's go and mention him. The name's like Hardcore. His name is Hardcore, but he has not stepped in the ring with the hardcore king, and he certainly couldn't beat a king, because last I checked, nobody can crown a king. Jimmy freaking Controversy? Give me a break. Hardcore beat him. Mac 10 already defeated him. You think he'd stand a chance against the Atomic Titan? Nah, not a chance. Obey? He might even need a gun and still wouldn't work to shoot down the hardcore king. How about Mikey Anarchy, the GTS hardcore champion? Well, last I checked in the backyard in the underground, the number one show around is Tennessee Backyard Wrestling, not GTS. Grim left the yard long ago, just kind of like MJF left for greener pastures. Mikey Anarchy I don't think he can cut the mustard in Tennessee Backyard Wrestling, some would say. How about our guest here yesterday, Kato? I mean, he may have the BMF Hardcore Championship, but he may need a few BFFs if he thinks he can beat our hardcore king. How about my new buddy, Ox McCoy, a man who lives in blood? His message is basically Slayer's Rain in Blood song. I don't think he can beat Atomic Titan. After all, he struggled to beat Sean Jovi, the resident rock star. Could he top a king? Can we keep going? Well, it doesn't matter, all of it, because at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to celebrate, and it's time to join me in bowing down to our hardcore king. But before I do that, it's time to give our hardcore king that resounding introduction that they certainly haven't been giving him in Tennessee Backyard Wrestling. And he needs to get that championship-like introduction, one of the greatest introductions of all time in Sportswire radio history. So join me, ladies and gentlemen, in congratulating and introducing our hardcore champion, the only Grand Slam winner in Tennessee Backyard Wrestling, the Atomic Titan. But before I do that, let's give him that introduction, because after all, Sportswire Radio is all wrestling matters, and we're in prime time in the brightest lights of the biggest stage. So let's get right to it, because some would say we've saved the best for last this weekend, or maybe we're just getting started. So with without further ado, here the Sportzwire. Number one. Sports show. The reigning, defending TBW hardcore champion, the only Grand Slam winner in Tennessee backyard wrestling. His name is the Hardcore King Atomic Titan.
Yes, yeah. Bow
Mr.
down.
Titan, we bow down to the Hardcore King, the greatest hardcore champion and greatest hardcore wrestler of all time. Mr. Titan, the champ, is finally here. My friend, how are you?
I'm great, especially after last night. We have so much to talk about, Tom. And you know what? Let's get the show started.
Well, I wanted to at least make sure that I bow down to my Hardcore King, and
I
obviously
appreciate that.
continuing to bow down because I'm not worthy to you, Mr. Titan. There's no way that I should certainly be in your presence, but obviously you've been so gracious with your time, and obviously it's good to see you. But, you know, as you stated correctly, there is a lot to talk about here in prime time. Some would say we're closing out the weekend with you. Others would say we're just getting started, but let's go to it here. For those that are listening and watching on Sportswire Radio, where all wrestling matters, tell us how you were able to find a way once again after Manny Cobra thought he had you right where he wanted him, didn't think like he had anything whatsoever that he knew was coming, and talk about the big win.
You know, let's go back to no return. He cheap shotted me from behind when I was about to make Jacob Young get on his knees and bow down and give me the respect I deserve. So then, you know, weeks go by. I costed him a match. I got my revenge. So then we went face to face. And everything I said about him is true. In my eyes, he's still a rookie. He's a deadbeat father. And he's a loser. So, you know what? After last night, Manny Cobra is going to fall off the face of the earth. Because nobody's going to remember him. All they're going to remember is me and Xavier Thorne. Because that's what matters.
Oh, I'm going to get to Xavier Thorne. That was the name. Listen, I'm going to save some things to say about him. I certainly have a lot to say about him in a little while, but I want to go back to something else you said about being a loser. Manny Cobra being a guy that tried to basically make a name off everything you've done, Mr. Titan, in the sport. Manny Cobra tried to say he was the one. He goaded you into a match that maybe you were right a couple of weeks ago and that you didn't want to accept that match and you were forced into it kind of. And, you know, maybe at the end of the day, what was best for business is just not accepting that match as for Mr. Cobra forcing you into that. And maybe it would have been saved the trouble of all this. And Manny Cobra now goes to the back of the line to the Isle of Irrelevancy and goes back to obscurity. And I guess that was nice knowing Manny Cobra.
Yeah, you're right. He's going to go back to that island of irrelevancy because, you know, like you said a couple weeks ago, everything I said was right. I didn't have to accept that challenge. Joshua Allen should have gave me the night off, but he gave me 1 week.
Oh, I'm going to get to him. I'm going to get to him, Mr. Titan.
Stupid
I'm going to get to Joshua Allen. There's no question.
And you know,
there's going to be some things to be said about him.
So, yeah, I shouldn't have faced Manny Cobra at Anniversary last night.
You should have had you should have had the weekend off. You shouldn't have been there at Anniversary 7 because think about it, right? I mean, we know that this was the greatest backyard and underground wrestling show in history. The viewership speaks for itself. The likes on YouTube speak for itself. Nearly 100 people were watching live. Everybody in this circuit was talking about it. And just think, if you didn't have to wrestle Manny Cobra, maybe we could say 150, 160 people were watching because people were forced to see Manny Cobra try to drag you down, try to drag you to his level, to try to drag you to his level of an Isle of Irrelevancy.
Yeah, exactly. That's where he is, because when he was hardcore champion, the hardcore division was irrelevant until I came into it.
And maybe
Did
it's because,
something with it.
and
So
maybe
you know
the gray
what?
hair and all that gray hair he's got these days is maybe just because he can't hang with the big boys. He can't hang with the young ones. It's a young man's game, some would say.
Yeah, you're right. You know, I was the true role model of his daughter's life. Exactly, that's what it should have been. So I hate to throw shots there, but it's true. I'm a true role model. And you know, all those gray hairs he has, it's because he's probably too stressed out because he wants this so bad, but at the end of the day, he's not going to get it. So Manny Cobra, welcome to the back of the line again, bitch. So,
but what's Mr. Titan, obviously, what is left to prove? Because let's think about it, right? Jacob Young, I mean, I'm not sure if he's getting AARP after what you did to him or if he's going around with a walker. I mean, Joe Anderson, the Grim Reaper, he couldn't win the Macon Cup. I mean, let's not even go there with that. I mean, and then you've got Manny Cobra, a man that, again, basically tried to cheap shot you, a man that tried to goat you into something that clearly you didn't need to do. And what's left? I mean, you're the greatest of all time. Think about it. On the greatest stage, in the greatest backyard underground wrestling show in history, you continued to show why there's nobody even anywhere near your level. I mean, what's left to prove?
You know what? I don't think there's nothing else to prove. I could retire right now. I literally could. I'll be at the top of the mountain, exactly where I belong. So you know what? Manny Cobra, I appreciate you.
Oh, wow. How kind of you. You appreciate Manny Cobra. I see.
For letting me do what I do best, and that was kick his ass. So you know what? You provoked me. You wished for this. You prayed for this. You prayed to your God that this would happen. So you got your opportunity, and you flunked it. That's exactly what happened. You flunked it. You couldn't get the job done. I pinned you 1, 2, 3, all by myself right there.
And the greatest, listen, think about this. This was basically our WrestleMania. This was the greatest backyard and underground wrestling show in history. I mean, this was figuratively and literally in prime time, the brightest lights, the biggest stage. And you showed once again why there's nobody close to you. You know, I got to throw it out there. You know, we talked about it in the introduction. If you want to follow Mr. Titan, there's some links. I'm going to put up some more links shortly in a second. But before I do that, I mean, think about it. Let's go down the list of the premier names in hardcore wrestling who I'm not quite sure they would want anything of you. They wouldn't want a piece of you right now. Let's talk about him again. Hardcore, like I said. I mean, his name might be Hardcore, but last I checked, a king can certainly crown a guy who's named Hardcore. Jimmy Controversy, I mean, he couldn't beat Hardcore, and Mac 10's already beat him. So we know that, obviously, Jimmy Controversy can't beat you. I mean, Mac 10's got his own problems.
Not on my level.
And Mac 10's got his own problems with Kato, so they both can't beat each other. Kato is not in your level. No. Obviously, Kato's got the BMF championship in the hardcore division, but he might need a few BFFs to beat you. I mean, there's Omen Black, who you correctly came onto his show yesterday, by the way, and told him what's to come. And he's got his own problem right now with Ox McCoy. I mean, Ox McCoy may live in blood, but he might need tons of blood and still might not be able to beat you. I mean, Jake Matthews, I mean, everybody knows him, but he's certainly preoccupied going down there in the state of Massachusetts. I mean, there's almost nobody out there. I mean, there's literally my friend Radu Bulat in the UK. He wouldn't want a piece of you. I mean, so at this point, I would recommend anybody in the hardcore scene right now. If you're a hardcore champion, if you're a hardcore star, that comes to you, Mikey Anarchy, the GTS hardcore champion, because the premier backyard wrestling show in this circuit is Tennessee Backyard Wrestling. So I would say maybe focus on Grim, because Grim's lost a step. Grim's obviously got father time. He's trying to be. Don't focus on him. You've got obviously a whole list of other people. You got Obey. I mean, Obey might need a gun and still might not be able to shoot you down. So the facts are is that I think Mr. Titan tonight on Sportswire, all the premier hardcore names in this scene, whether they're in the Carnage Cup upcoming or XPW or IWA or anywhere else, maybe it's time for them to just say to bow down.
Yes, exactly.
They don't have to wrestle.
Exactly.
They don't want no
because
peace.
Look,
nobody. None of them do.
Look,
None of them.
Joshua Allen can line them all up, but I'm going to take them all out.
They have no chance against you, right? No chance. All these names, again, all the biggest names, they might have been on the biggest stage, but they haven't come to Tennessee Backyard Wrestling yet. And there's no way on earth that with the run you're on right now, that they would want any of you, Mr. Titan. No way.
You know what? They're going to be calling this the greatest hardcore championship run of all time.
I said that in my introduction of you. This is a run that, I mean, you think about all-time hardcore champions in the history of wrestling. You think about all the names that are put out there: Raven, Tommy Dreamer, The Sandman, Mick Foley, Terry Funk, all those hardcore legends that were out there. Even Madman Pondo, Masada, all the greats, all the hardcore legends out there. You want to throw in Hardcore Holly, Crash Holly, Al Snow. You keep going down the list of names. Bam Bam Bigelow. All of them pale into comparison to this run here. This run. And especially how it was capped off here again in the greatest backyard in underground wrestling show in history.
And you know what? Whoever wanted to doubt me going in anniversary that said Manny Cobra would beat me, haha, you were wrong, buddy. So you know what? Keep watching me do what I do best. Like I said, Joshua Allen can line them all up. I'm going to take them all down. It don't matter what company.
Well, who's left? I mean, listen, who could Joshua Allen find?
For a reason.
Who could he find? I mean, let's think about it. Manny Cobra with the cigarette, the cockiness, that's Jacob Young. I mean, he might need a walker to go back into a ring with you. He doesn't want any of that. Joe Anderson, let's not even go there. I mean, Andrew Clay, he couldn't even win the Making Iron Fitness Cup. There's no way that's going to happen. I mean, who else is out there? I don't know. I mean, is he going to have to recruit people from other feds? Is he going to have to recruit the guys I mentioned? But those names in the hardcore scene, they couldn't compete with you right now. None of them could. There's no way. There's nobody left. Maybe he needs a reincarnation of Madman Pondo. Maybe he needs an AI version of Terry Funk to beat you. That's the only way anybody can beat you right now, Mr. Titan. Maybe an AI version of Terry Funk.
Yeah, I do have an AI version, remember, but...
And you know what? And it certainly ruffled feathers last week at Sportswire. And we know that this run's going to live on here for the next 50, 60 years. Because after all, there's going to be 2, 3, and 4 versions of AI Atomic Titans. You're going to live on more like a KISS AI version.
I don't think anybody's going to be able to take this belt off of me at all. There's going to be nobody. That's why I said I'm going to be forever the hardcore champion. So if you're watching right now and you're a fan of Tennessee Backyard Wrestling, you better get down right now and bow down and give me the respect I deserve. Because eventually you're going to fall behind.
And you need to give respect to your hardcore king by following him on all social media platforms, and including Instagram.
And you know what? You want to test at the real, true hardcore king, you can find me in Tennessee. So you're looking at the best hardcore champion of all time. Even if I wasn't holding this belt, I'm still the hardcore king. So you better respect it. And
where are they? And I would love to see some of those hardcore wrestlers that we mentioned. Let's list them up and line them up to come here tonight and bow down to our hardcore king. Let's see Mac 10. Let's see if Mackie would want to come out here to Deathmatch Werewolf and want to bow down to Atomic Titan. Let's see if maybe Kato would want to bow down to the Atomic Titan. Let's see if Ox McCoy would want to go down and bow to Atomic Titan. How about Obey? How about Hardcore? How about Mikey Anarchy? How about Jimmy Controversy, the Sergeant? Maybe Jesse Daniels. How about Tommy Trainwreck? I mean, should we keep going? I would love to see some of those names come here tonight. Maybe Jake Matthews. Maybe who? I don't know. Omen Black out there. It is his show after all. Maybe some of those names tonight, Mr. Titan, should come down here and bow down like I did to our hardcore.
If they want to come and bow down, then let them come on, Tom. Because that's the only thing they're going to be doing. They'll probably try to come on here and make a challenge to the Hardcore King.
But they would fall short in that. Yeah, they would fall short of that. There's no way on earth that they would be able to, obviously put up with what you can put out there in the ring. There's no way, ladies and gentlemen. And obviously, I think before I get to some comments here, and I know a lot of people want to say something to you, Mr. Titan, and before I hopefully bring on some people to bow down to you, I think it's a good time to do something. Mr. Titan, I've got a surprise for you. Obviously, you've obviously been so successful these past few months. You've obviously been doing so much for the wrestling scene in the hardcore division. You've obviously been making sure Tennessee Backyard Wrestling is the greatest backyard and underground wrestling promotion of the circuit, making sure that you're a part of All Wrestling Matters, and making sure Tennessee Backyard Wrestling continues to go to new heights that no other promotion is. And I think it's a good time to announce it for those that are listening and watching on Sportzwire Radio. Obviously, Atomic Titan, you're my hardcore king. I've bowed down to you, and I think with America's birthday coming up, your Independence Day, July 4th, the fireworks, the festivities, I think it's a good time to announce that Atomic Titan, because of everything you've been doing and decimating all these hardcore wrestlers and showing why that you are the greatest hardcore champion of all time, I am going to induct you into the Sportswire Radio Hall of Fame. That's right, for a second time on July 4th. Congratulations, our hardcore king.
Oh my gosh, thank you. That's the highest honor ever.
Second time, by the way. How about that? Second time for what you've been doing, Mr. Titan. There's no question. The viewers agree. There's no question. The subscribers agree. There's no question. The merchandise sales agree. There's no question. Manny Cobra agrees. Jacob Young agrees. Joe Anderson agrees. There's no question. Everybody out there in the hardcore scene agrees, Mr. Titan, that you are the greatest of all time, and there's nobody can touch you. They would need an AI version of Terry Funk to stop you on this run. Even then, just maybe, I don't know if an AI Terry Funk could beat you. I have to think about it. It'd be close.
That is awesome. I'm glad to be a two-time Hall of Famer here on Sportswire Radio.
And I can't wait to bow down to my hardcore king and certainly give him that coronation of a celebration. I told you, Mr. Titan, that we had something special in store, and it looks like to me there's even more festivities here on Sportswire Radio, because it seems to me that there is somebody else here that wants to join me in bowing down to our hardcore king. So I'm going to take this off the screen. Yep, it's just what a night so far. I mean, this has been a celebration like no other here on Sportswire Radio. And before I continue the fireworks and the festivities, I want to make sure people follow Tennessee Backyard Wrestling and all those links. We're going to put some more links up here shortly in the description, so hang on tight for that. And it looks like we're going to be joined here by somebody else shortly. Obviously, somebody that's in the hardcore scene, a peer of yours that has obviously been hearing everything, and he wants to bow down. So let me bring on the first. Well, I tell you what, I am very excited. I am very excited to bring on this first guest, another hardcore champion, another man that has obviously mixed it up, and he has disposed of a who's who of hardcore stars throughout the past several months. And joining me in bowing down to the Atomic Titan is none other than the IMF hardcore champion, the DKW.
Is he here to bow down?
Omen Black is here. He's here live to bow down to Atomic Titan.
Look, I'm just going to say this. You better get down right now and bow down.
See how disrespectful I am? I'm gaming while being disrespectful to you. That's how very little you mean to me.
Are you playing with the AI version of Atomic Titan in the game?
Oh, no, I'm playing a game where he probably couldn't comprehend how to work it. But listen, you know what? I'll pause it. You know what, Titan? Congratulations, though. Congratulations for defending your title in I guess you want to say, the match of the night.
It damn sure was.
The real match of the night was Jay Wilde. When Jay Wilde took the belt from Russell Cooper, a guy who didn't deserve it. How come Russell Cooper was more hardcore than you were?
Oh, okay. Let's listen here. Russell Cooper is never more hardcore than I am. Never. I don't know what you were watching.
He was bleeding
what
real
blood.
He was bleeding real blood. You had the ketchup packet effect going on.
A ketchup?
They do that in that's in Indiana. We're in Tennessee. That's the wrong state, Omen. Come on. That's the wrong state.
Come on,
they do that in Indiana. That's in Indiana. Come on.
Okay,
Omen,
I'm sorry.
You need to be here to bow down and give me the respect I
This
deserve.
is where the big boys. Listen, in Iowa and Tennessee is where the big boys play. We're in the big leagues. In Indiana, they're in the minor leagues. Come on.
You know, I've heard a lot of people ask, "Hey, when is those guys from Tennessee going to come down to Iowa? When's the Iowa guys going to go down to Tennessee?" You know what? The way that Titan wants to disrespect the hardcore wrestling, that day may came sooner.
Oh, really? It is?
It's the way he keeps disrespecting my craft, McKen's craft, doing controversy like the other team obeys. Even Jay Wild, you want to just keep disrespecting our craft by saying you're the hardcore king.
I am the hardcore king. And you know what? You're going to finally realize that sooner rather than later.
What do you think about the glasses today, by the way, Mr. Black? I know we saw a little bit of them yesterday's show, but
you want my honest opinion on the glasses? You want me to be in character with the glasses?
It's live. It's your show, Omen.
For you, Titan, I'll be respectful. The glasses are the best thing you got. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Actually, this is the best thing I got.
Oh yeah, your little Goldie. My Goldie's 10 times better.
Well, yours is pretty good too. I mean, yours.
Maybe we could do champion versus champion.
You know what? I love that. Yeah. You know what? A better place for that style of match. Grab that latitude of match. That's a money fucking fight right there. Summer Bash is the land of opportunity, and that's the opportunity between the hardcore king going up against the hardcore god. And let's see what happens.
Mr. Titan, it seems like Omen Black on his show is not bowing down to you and paying his respects. He's, as a matter of fact, wanting to slay the king or kill the king, as some may say.
I'll accept your challenge, Omen.
Are you sure? I thought you were done, Mr. Titan, with hardcore wrestling. I thought you have nothing to prove anymore, and that you don't want anybody to go out there and try to see if they can be half the man. Are you sure about this?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, because you see, I want to adventure out and go into other hardcore wrestling matches elsewhere to prove myself outside of TBW. I've already proved it in TBW.
Oh, you've done that in the past, though. You've done that in other promotions. What's left to prove, Mr. Titan?
Yeah, what's left to prove, Mr. Titan?
I mean, there is nothing left to prove, honestly. But you see,
bullshit.
We can take each other on. We can take each other on in a match. The king versus the god. That sounds pretty good.
When this
sounds like it could be the greatest hardcore match in history. I mean, forget about Masada and Madman Pondo. I mean, you and Omen Black, I mean, forget about it. Think about how many views you generate, Mr. Titan. How many views and how many tickets Mr. Black generates. I mean, this is a match that isn't for the faint-hearted.
I can smell the dollar bills now. Can you, Titan?
Yeah.
There's one right there.
I've got a lot more than that, but
okay.
Obviously, obviously, Mr. Titan, you'll be. I think you got merchandise sales that increased. We'll get to that later.
Go.
But the point is, Mr. Titan, are you sure you want to do this?
You know, it might be my toughest challenge yet, because all the competition I've ran through in TBW has been no competition. I want actual competition. So you know what?
Look no further.
I mean,
on his show.
Yeah, So I think it'll be a real test.
For you. For me.
It might be a real test for you also, because you never stepped in the ring with someone like me.
You know, walk in the park. You know, this ain't one of your typical matches where you get Legos and fake chains. This is the real deal.
I would say though, Mr. Black, this isn't Craven Rage. This is Atomic Titan, and we're getting the real version, not the AI version.
Like I said last time on my show, but you took time away from me. You're about as hardcore as Skulls and Tyler Ark.
Well, he's got the belt though. He's got
They
the
would
gold.
be bowing down. Not
But you know
just
what?
saying.
At least I know. I will say this. I respect your being safer than those two idiots.
Yeah, at least I'm not, giving people concussions.
That's nice of you, Mr. Titan. You're such a gentleman, Mr. Titan. I know you're in the hardcore division, but you're so classy. Obviously, such a classy.
Tommy, make me cute. Quit kissing his ass.
He's going to be joining you as a two-time Hall of Famer, by the way.
It is a night of celebration.
This is a victorious night. And let's think about it. And we're coming off the greatest backyard underground wrestling show in history. Think about this. We're coming off the greatest show in history, and we've got maybe the greatest hardcore champion of all time. I mean, an AI
right here.
Here. Well, you are up there, no question. But he just was in the greatest backyard.
How dare you?
No. Hold on. Let me speak. Let me finish on this. To quote Conan, let me speak on this. Listen, there's no question. You've been selling tickets. There's no question you're the greatest hardcore drawing champion of all time. You were in the main event. You sold hundreds and thousands of tickets at the last IMF show. But when it comes to backyard and underground wrestling, this is the greatest hardcore champion. You're the greatest hardcore wrestling champion of all time in the independents, Mr. Black. So obviously, this is where it's almost like this would be like Terry Funk and Mick Foley in their prime, FMW 94. This is what it would be like almost 30 years later. Think about it.
I'm not liking this backhanded compliment you're giving me compared to him. I'm not liking that you're putting this guy with the same category as me. I don't like it.
But he's got the. But what am I supposed to do, Mr. Black? He's got the hardcore championship though in Tennessee Backyard Wrestling. He won though. What was supposed to say? He didn't win.
No.
He won though, but he won.
Silver was the hardcore champion and put in the same category as us.
He's the big leagues though. He's got
better than any of those names.
You're about as hardcore as Silver Wolf is, buddy. No, you shut your mouth.
I'm way better
this
than
is
him.
Different.
Way better.
I got this, Mr. Titan. His promotion has got almost 7,500 subscribers on YouTube. The other guy has 75 subscribers, and he probably bought the 75. He's got 7,500 almost. He was a part of the greatest backyard and underground wrestling show in history, just like you're the greatest drawing hardcore champion of all time. You're in the main event of arguably the greatest hardcore main event in wrestling history in the state of Iowa. That's why if we put you two together, it'll be like Foley and Funk in 94 and FMW in Japan. Think about the tickets. Think about the views. Think about the social media engagements. Think about the shows on Sportswire dedicated to this. I mean, we could figuratively and literally crown a match here between Atomic Titan and Omen Black to decide who's the greatest hardcore champion of all time in history.
You want to get your respect? Take the glasses off while I'm talking to you. Never mind. Put them back on.
What do you mean?
There you go.
Well,
you look less stupid now.
Wow. Okay.
He might be blinded by the light after.
You need to be starting to bow down right now. That's all you need to do.
Listen, Summer Bash, the king will be smited by the god.
Ooh.
I doubt that.
Some chance there's some funny business happening. Maybe I'm sick with COVID and I lose. In the middle of that ring at Summer Bash, I will acknowledge the hardcore king.
Oh, wait. Really? Did I hear first that Omen Black, if you lose this match with Atomic Titan, the hardcore king, that you'll bow down to him?
But there's that deal also goes for if I beat you, you leave hardcore wrestling indefinitely.
Ooh.
Let us handle it. We don't need you and Silver Wolf and Tyler Ark and Skulls stepping in. We got it.
Ooh, Mr. Titan, it sounds like it's almost like career. I mean, this is almost like career here for you.
I don't know about that.
There's a lot to ponder here, Mr. Titan.
Yeah, I might have to think on that a little bit.
And Joshua Allen, I mean, I don't think
we don't want to think. I want to answer right now. Come on,
Ooh.
champ.
Oh, Mr. Titan, we are live on Sportswire Radio, and there's loads of
don't back
comments.
down.
There's loads of comments here, and you can see
I'm not backing down.
The pariahs are out right now for you, Mr. Titan. I mean,
You want my acknowledgement? There's the deal.
Okay, but listen, what is Joshua Allen gonna do when he doesn't have a hardcore champion? If I did lose,
He'll put it on the right guy.
But you know what? I'm not gonna lose that matchup because I'm gonna run through you like I ran through Joe Anderson, Jacob Young, Manny Cobra, whoever's next.
These
You're
are
next on my list, I guess.
These are nobody.
You're next on my list, I guess. I guess you'll be maybe one of the actual real hardcore wrestlers
I will be
run
the
through.
only real competition you've had.
I mean, you might be right about that.
I am right about that. I've seen the Joker you face, and I'm talking under shade.
Well, that's a different conversation for a different generation, but there's no question, Mr. Titan, Omen Black is definitely competition. There's no question about that. But
I see.
You sure you see with the glasses on?
No, I'm talking about I see his work.
You can't see
I
those
know
things on.
Oh, I see. We are live, but Mr. Titan, this is a match that I think a lot of people would want to see because this would be for supremacy of who's the greatest hardcore champion of all time. I mean,
you're looking at him, Tom. I don't want to keep saying that. You're looking at him.
You're looking at him right here.
Right here, buddy.
No, right here.
No, right here, buddy. Right here.
Point at
I don't know
point
if
at
Mr.
me.
Titan can see you, Mr. Black. I don't know if he can see you, but
I don't think you can see any. I don't think he can see his phone right now.
I can see perfectly fine.
Do you think now I have to real quick though side note, does the AI version of Atomic Titan include the glasses on or the glasses off?
Probably on.
You remember those cartoons with Spy vs. Spy? Right now it's that. All regular Atomic Titans wearing all this black turtleneck, while this other half of the Atomic Titans wearing all white and just looks more silly.
But he keeps getting the job done.
Looks like David Bowie got stuck in a car wash. Right?
Oh my god.
Well, maybe David Bowie did get stuck in a car wash, I'm sure, somewhere. But I'm sure it's a different conversation for a different time. But Mr. Titan, I guess you're going to have this match then with Mr. Black?
Oh,
yeah, let's
you're
do
goddamn
it.
right he is.
Let's do
now,
it.
Mr. Titan, there's people out here watching this. I'm sure the likes of Jake Matthews and, the likes of Mikey Anarchy and the likes of Obey and the likes of Jimmy Controversy, Kato, Mac 10, your buddy who you sort of share kind of a locker room with at times, and Resurrection Wrestling and Hardcore and, all those names, they're watching this. And there's no doubt that they're going to obviously pay attention to this. And if Mr. Black disposes of you, as easy as, let's say, some would, maybe I would say put a fire out after it's burning. I mean, this could be the end of you in hardcore wrestling.
You're
if anything, it's the end of the beginning because that'll start a new chapter. Because once I beat
once you beat Mr. So are you saying that once you
beat him?
So you're saying that once you beat Mr. Black, you're gonna basically pin him and stack all of them, and that you want all of them, and that they should all.
Whoever wants to line up after that can line up.
You know how many people said they're gonna beat me all the time?
Well, there's the one guy in Wisconsin who still hasn't faced you, but he's telling everybody he wants you. He wants you. He definitely wants you though, but he hasn't faced you. But he wants you.
Yeah, a lot of people want me on their show.
But that guy in Wisconsin, though, is an individual.
All of those people are going to be jealous that Omen Black got a step in the ring with the hardcore king. And once I beat you, they're all going to want to start lining up.
Bad that Omen Black steps in the ring with Atomic Titan.
Well, to be fair, Mr. Titan, the list that Omen Black has defeated in hardcore matches is extremely impressive. Matthew Forsaken, who a lot of people know, have a lot of respect for. Damian Saint multiple times. He is a man that is very accomplished, very established in the world of wrestling. A man that is locked up with a who's who of stars. I mean, Omen Black has even disposed of a guy that we probably is a forbidden word in TBW of Anthony Steele. I mean, he's disposed of some big names. He's disposed of and He's done it with ease. I mean,
Yeah, but not me.
That's
Not
true
me.
too.
I have
Not me.
faced pros who have faced the likes of Gangrel, Dan Severn, Carlito, Just Incredible. I think
And have
guys,
been in the same circuit as a guy named Seth Rollins.
That's impressive.
Seth Rollins, Mr. Becky Lynch.
That's a good one.
Yeah, thank you. I'm working on my stand-up comedy career because after all, once I leave the show, because it's your show, that I figured I'd try a career.
You're never leaving, buddy.
Well, Mr. Titan could relieve me of my duties, and he'll take over.
I'm
AI
fired.
version. No, we can have the AI version. The AI version of
I'd
Atomic.
fire that AI quicker than.
But yeah, you know what?
But the point is, Mr.
accepted.
Titan. The point is, Mr. Titan. Omen Black's resume is as good as anybody's out there.
Yeah.
The names he's defeated are some of the best, period, in hardcore wrestling. So if you want to do this, I just hope that you do the best you can, because this is a different environment and a different match than what you've seen.
I mean, I agree. So let's do it.
Oh, well.
Let's do it. I'll see you at Summer Bash.
And thank you, Mr. Black, for gracing us on your show, and enjoy the game.
He should have bowed down.
I asked him to. I did. To be fair, I did ask him on the bow down part. I did. He didn't. I don't think he wanted to.
We'll just wait for that for a couple weeks.
Well, let me get to some comments. There's a lot of people that want to say hello. Let me get to that before I get to some more surprises, more things. And we are here, of course, with our hardcore king, Atomic Titan, who is maybe the greatest hardcore champion of all time in backyard underground wrestling history after he disposed of the Puerto Rican Nightmare, Manny Covert, Anniversary 7, the greatest backyard underground wrestling show in history. My name is the Reverend Tom Bryce, your voice of all wrestling, where all wrestling matters. And that's all the TBW links. I'm going to put up some more links shortly. And this is where you can get a shirt like mine, so go support Tennessee Backyard Wrestling. Want to say hello to my guest 2 weeks from tomorrow, Big Tex, the big man of DBW. He lost in his own hardcore championship match, but he'll be here to talk about the fallout of that. He says if it isn't the Atomic Titan, speaking of names that Mr. Black referenced to, it's C2K. Hello. A man that was here Friday on the show and had a lot to say about one of your former peers. By the way, we didn't even want to mention he was irrelevant.
That might be a true statement.
Well, and that's why I didn't even want to mention Dustin Alexander, because he's basically irrelevant. You want to talk about the Isle of Irrelevancy? You know, when it comes to, obviously, this sport, backyard and underground wrestling, period, Dustin Alexander, I mean, does anybody even know who he is?
I haven't heard that name in quite some time.
I haven't seen him mentioned since he wrestled Russell Cooper. And that was a long time ago, right? That was a while ago.
Isn't he like the world champion or something?
He's the world champion, but when you think about Resurrection Wrestling, who do you most think of? I don't know. Some of the guys that were on Anniversary 7, like the West Memphis, Ronnie Brady. I would think Drake Golddragon. I would certainly think D'Angelo LaFlame before you think about the name Dustin Alexander. But it might be a good time for me to break. Speaking of Dustin Alexander and people that some may say might be trying to go on an Isle of Relevancy, Dustin Alexander tomorrow night, Mr. Titan, is in your chair, same time, same channel. It'll be very tough, I'm sure, for the Resurrection Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion to be able to try to fill your shoes here on this historic, momentous night.
Yeah, I'll have to tune in and see what he has to say. It's been a while.
Yeah, well, I think after what Cameron Cage did to him at Elevation a few days ago, most people were wondering if Dustin Alexander was on a milk carton, but he's alive, and he has something to say tomorrow, and we'll find out more. Joseph Tibbs, one of your counterparts in Resurrection Wrestling, calls you the softcore icon. I would say that I do not agree with that.
He would be bowing down very quick. Let's just say that.
Well, Mr. Tibbs may or may not be, but I do say hello to him. I believe this would be somebody related to a referee you may know, Hardcore Queen. But hello.
Pretty sure the Hardcore Queen is Rhea Silver, right?
Yes, that's correct. Good eye. Good. Yes, in NEW Underground Wrestling. Yes, that would be the correct, Mrs. Carter. That would be in Massachusetts, where, oh, by the way, D'Angelo the Flame just was. C2K says, Mr. Hardcore King, the Atomic Titan. Thank you for that. One of my buddies who's coming on here in a couple of weeks, Chase Wakefield, the Bitcoin billionaire, he says, one of my bucket list underground opponents, proud to see the growth that Titan has shown. And I'm looking forward to seeing Chase Wakefield because Chase hasn't been here in a while, and he apparently has a few things to say. So, so I'm looking forward to that. That'll be, I believe, June 22nd. That'll be in the evening, 9 o'clock here. Thank you for that. I believe that this is the American Viper, Cody Flores, who says that he's also has a few more things to say. There you go. One of your fans, big fan of Atomic Titan. I'm glad somebody else is. Cody Flores, I think, liked the Joseph Tibbs comment. Joseph Tibbs wants to say, though, we need either Jimmy Controversy, Kato, or Obey versus Atomic Titan or Mikey Anarchy. You beat either of them, and he'll acknowledge you as the Hardcore King. So, you know, that's kind of where Mr. Tibbs makes
why don't he book it? Why don't he book it?
Well, he can book 3 of the names. Jimmy, Kato, and Mikey Anarchy, because he knows 3 of the names. And I would even add as a bonus a 4th. A man you've already shared a locker room with in the Deathmatch Werewolf, Mr. Mac 10.
Oh.
You know him already. You shared a locker room with him a bunch of times.
Yeah, I have. Many a times.
You shared a locker room with him.
That guy, he'd be bowing down. Just that's all.
You gotta give him some Mountain Dew first.
Mountain Dew, okay. I'll remember that.
Thank you very much. I try to give friendly advice here. I think Cody didn't like my intro of you. Want to say hello to my good friend. By the way, I want to give him a big plug. His name is Andrew Lovelace. He's our DJ Dirty White Boy. And I hope everybody joins me in tuning in for that at 7:30 p.m. Wednesday night. So if you want to come in, you want to hang out, you want to say a few things, you want to request some tunes, you want to come onto the stream, anybody's open. It's just easy going. We're going to play some music. We're going to talk. And Andrew's going to share some stories. He just met Kurt Angle, Matt Riddle, Ric Flair. He's going to talk about some of that. He's going to talk about his appearance at Summer Bash coming up here on July 5th to the 7th. So I'm looking forward to our resident DJ of Sportzwire Radio. I don't know anyone named Troy, so I wouldn't know what that would mean. So I don't know anybody named Troy. But I'm glad that your friend and my friend, Mr. Jack Delta, said that he acknowledges Atomic Titan is by hardcore. Because I told you,
that's awesome.
I would pick somebody. I love Jack Delta, by the way. I love Jack Delta so much. I own 2
Thank you for acknowledging me and showing the respect, Mr. Delta.
Because you both have obviously turned new leaves. Obviously, he's got new hair, a new shiny belt. You've got new shiny glasses, a new shiny jacket, and you've got everything with you. I'm going to get to some other things here shortly.
Yep.
I do not know anybody named Troy, so I must say no comment. But then he does say Titan is the GOAT of ketchup packets, but I don't know any. I don't see any ketchup packets in the background. That's in Indiana. That was a good one.
Indiana.
That was a good one. I thought they made ketchup in Indiana anyway. Don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. We'll come back to him. Don't worry, we'll come back to him. Tennessee, Mr. Lovelace is obviously thinking about that. Yeah. I don't know what's worse. I don't know who Troy is. Who is Troy? Don't know anybody named Troy. Cody Flores can take that up with Joshua Allen. Mr. Omen Black, he recognized we just saw him already. But Mr. Delta does want to follow up in saying that he acknowledges you, but he's pinned you before. But that was in a different promotion, by the way, which actually I own a piece of, by the way.
Actually, that was we did face on a rampage.
Yes, but you were at the time were occupied with the promotion that you own once.
Yeah, you're right. But he's pinned me before, but that was the old Atomic Titan.
That was when you were trying to finish the story.
That was the American Dragon, that thing. That
was a different time. You're on a run right now that nobody ever in this sport would imagine. And
look, if I ever faced Jack Delta again, I would pin him 1, 2, 3, and he would be bowing down.
But now, would you be? Where would you be doing that in though?
Maybe ROEW.
Are you sure you want to do that at ROEW? Considering the owner of ROEW, your history with that, you sure you can do that there? You sure?
I mean, I can do what I want. I'm Atomic Titan, so.
But he's the owner of ROEW, though.
I don't care if he's the referee. I don't care.
Would you want him to be the referee?
Well, if he was the referee, there's one thing that might happen. I might take him out.
Would
I
that
might
be
hit
the
him over the
Montreal?
head.
Are you saying that it would be instead of the Montreal screw job, the Michigan screw job?
Yeah, you're right. And you know what? I'd spit right in his face.
So you're telling me then that Joshua Allen would have to make that call?
Yeah, but I mean, if he wants to make that happen, so if Josh is watching,
I'm sure Mr. Allen is watching, and I'm sure
if Josh was there, the same thing would happen to him as well. That would happen to James.
Well, I'm going to get to a couple of other people that we still haven't talked about yet. A lot of people want to say hello. I want to say hello to my friends over in the great state of North Dakota, Legendary Backyard Wrestling, because we have some coverage for Legendary Backyard Wrestling next weekend with Napalm. Napalm is here next Sunday, so I'd like to say hello to our good friend CJ the Alpha Junt, and they're doing a great job out there. They're closing in on, I think, about 2,000 subscribers on YouTube. Titan versus Atticus Cougars.
Who's that?
Somebody you should face.
All right. Well,
I believe I know this individual maybe, but I'm going to certainly just say I don't bow down or respect you, Atomic Tool. You only won because of outside help. And Joshua Allen, of course, agrees.
Oh, shut up.
I'm going to get to him. Again, I don't know anybody named Troy. Do you know anyone named Troy?
Nope. I have no idea.
Want to say hello to Mr. Chase Sullivan. No gimmicks needed. How you doing, Chase? Nice to see you. Hope you're well. And also, I think I'm not James Taylor's age. No, sorry, it was not a joke. Sorry, no, we love James. I love James on Sportzwire. The point is that I'm actually a young man, so I don't take Viagra. But no, we love.
He's happy because his hardcore king is here.
I bow down to my hardcore king.
Yeah.
No, seriously, shout out to James. James is my owner, my owner that I bow down to in Michigan. But we're here in Tennessee, so
I don't know.
That's true. You're a busy man, though, but that's okay. Titan versus no gimmicks needed. Chase Sullivan.
Well, that never happened while I was in UWA. We were in the industry together.
Yep, I remember. He actually brings it up next. Yes.
You know, maybe one day.
But
possibly.
You're in Tennessee Backyard Wrestling, so.
I mean, that's like 5 minutes. So.
Well, I was going to say, though, that you've obviously got a lot of other things, and he's got a lot of. He's obviously the Southern champion. You're the hardcore champion. So maybe, you men, after what you get through, will come here. But apparently, Omen Black is back for more. Mr. Black, you want to say something?
Oh, my
Thinking
God.
about it, too. I watched your match. You had to get help from Xavier Thorne.
That was I had no idea that was going to happen.
That was a shock. We haven't got to talk about that yet, Mr. Black.
We have not even got to that yet. I'm sure Xavier Thorne will be joining us later.
He will be joining. He will. Oh, mark my words. He'll be joining.
So I'm just waiting on my best friend, tag team partner to get here. He's taking care of some business right now for the King's
in the
Court.
bathroom again? That's where he always goes. Every time he's on Sportswire.
No, not Monday's show. Monday's show was different. Did you see the last 45 minutes of it?
Unfortunately.
Look, you don't want him to come in here and say some stuff. Okay, I'm going to quit. He might go off on you next.
He's a different thorn.
He knows better not to do that.
He's a different thorn now, a different thorn. Let me get to some comments while Mr. Black is here hanging out with us. CJ Black, the good guy, Tight would make you his fill in the blanks in a death match. Who is he referring to, though? I don't know who he's referring to.
You know, they're going to be calling me the Deathmatch King next. Like
I'll tell you what, you're the hardcore king already. And you're a two-time Hall of Famer on July 4th. You've made the hardcore division a joke ever since you won the TBW Hardcore Championship. You had that
smart man right there.
Joshua Allen's a good man, but I don't know.
Ban him?
I love you, buddy.
Can you ban him from commenting?
No, that's only the guy in Indiana.
Hey, listen, Titan, it's my show. He ain't banning no one.
CJ Junt will be watching Summer Bash. Oh, thank you, CJ Junt.
I don't want to hear Joshua Allen's name no more.
I don't think Anthony works in hardcore wrestling. Anthony doesn't do hardcore wrestling, right? Omen Black, you already beat it. Omen Black, you beat Anthony Steele, though, right? You beat him?
Yeah, I beat him.
You beat him, so we'll move on. But hello, Anthony.
I beat him, too.
Titan comes on. Titan cheeses on camera like Jey Uso trying to hold it together. I don't know. I don't know if that's valid or not.
Well,
Chase
It's a great
Sullivan
night.
does not bow down. Andrew Lovelace has got $20 on Omen.
Smart man.
Well, you're gonna
Yeah,
lose 20.
and by the way, you got to be here Wednesday night. If you want to have music, you want to talk, anybody's welcome. We're going to be playing music tunes throughout the entire
I'll definitely
evening.
be here now because he knows where to put the money on.
No, the money should be on me because if he
Well,
puts money on you,
good
he's
news
gonna
for you,
lose
Mr.
it.
Titan, real quick. I can actually promise you, I've actually got something for you that I'm actually going to show that actually shows that I've got my money on you, Mr. Titan, because
Wow,
actually,
Tom.
Mr. Titan, I just bought my Atomic Titan hardcore shirt. There you go, Mr. Titan. I got my money on you, my hardcore
What
king.
kind of bully are you, Tom? You're
A one that's trying to improve the
Oh
viewership.
yeah, thank you, Tom.
You're
I
very welcome.
appreciate that.
You're very welcome. And now people are like, that's where he lives now?
Now Omen Black needs to go buy a Atomic Titan T-shirt.
Well, let's get to
You know
some more
what?
comments.
I'll buy one. Actually, you know what? I will personally buy one tonight.
No,
So when
I'll
it
actually
comes-
give you mine.
Oh,
You can wear it.
Hold on. So when it comes in the mail, I can open the package, cut it in half, and cut little sections out of it. Use it as toilet paper because that's what I think of Atomic Titans merch.
That's the shirts in Indiana. This is Tennessee. Come on. Come
Oh.
on. I gave Jacob Collins a concussion. Nothing to be ashamed of. Chase Sullivan puts his life savings on Omen Black.
Smart man. I'll make you money.
Well, he's gonna honestly have no money left.
Silver Wolf, and he left. TBW. By the way, I should actually announce it here. Also, Friday, I've decided to take an initiative here. We're actually going to do our first ever version of Wrestler's Court Friday night in prime time. The reason that we're going to do Wrestler's Court is that there's an individual out there. He has called himself once upon a time Loose Cannon. He goes by the real name of Joe Biddle. No, hear me out on this, but this is different because there's been some conflicting things that I've been hearing throughout the past 24 hours about this individual. So since this individual wants to come on the platform, we're going to hold a Wrestler's Court. It's going to be the trial of Joe Biddle. So we're going to decide here, is Joe Biddle guilty of a number of things? And the reason I'm going to say that right now, because Joe Biddle has even been saying that I have said different things about different things in other places, and I actually have the proof to show Mr. Biddle from our most recent conversations on Messenger that they were completely the antithesis of those conversations. So, Mr. Biddle, you're welcome to be here, but now you're going to be on trial, and we're going to see if you're guilty or not guilty of some of the things you've said. And I'm sure the audience will certainly be the judge, jury, and the execution. Well, I might actually be your executioner, but let's move on about that. So we'll stay tuned. But
I'm just starting, man. Everyone heard it.
What's that? What'd you say?
I'm just starting to man. Everyone heard it.
Well, I think Mr. Biddle is going to certainly be in another thing coming. He said some things, Mr. Biddle, and now just wait for Friday. That's all I'm going to say on that.
He's a piece of crap.
Well, I have some things that I want to say now about Mr. Biddle. I have some things that I've been trying to help this man. Now it's going to be, he's going to have to face a jury. He's facing a jury, but you'll have to tune in. Titan is a walking piece of toilet paper. Backstreet Boys reject. The Backstreet Boys aren't on tour this year. That's New Kids on the Block. Cody Flores
He's just the guy that sits in his basement all day.
Cody Flores has got Omen all day.
Look at that, Titan. I want to make you famous, kid.
Andrew Lovelace says Titan is scared. Cody Flores said it's time to prepare. Big Tech says, and what happens when the Hollywood reject loses and finally has to prove he can actually wrestle with the weapon? Meaning you, Mr. Titan.
Well, first off, I'm not going to lose. And I'm going to...
I like the confidence, kid.
These people are invalid.
He's just obviously, he's starstruck from just the attention tonight. That's what it is. He's starstruck.
It's kind of crazy.
Who, me?
No, right, you. It's your show. Mr.
No,
Titan.
it's kind of crazy, Omen, because they don't respect me.
Titan with the stop sign is money. What's the inference there?
Well, I mean, I did have a stop sign I hit against Manny Cobra's head.
Yes, but I get it. I was like, okay, the stop. I was like, what's the stop sign with money? Okay, yes. Thank you for the clarification. Atomic Titan looks like if Prince was a twink. I think you're actually a lot more hardcore.
That's very
than
true,
Prince.
actually.
No, I got this. I think you're a lot more hardcore than Prince because Prince only just conquered Sheryl Crow and somebody that Tommy Lee had. You would have did 10 times better. So you would have did 10 times better in the women's department. That's all.
Yeah, buddy. Don't worry.
Just the haters love me, Tom.
I don't. I think Mr. Steele has a scheduling conflict tonight.
Where's the heart?
Before I do anything, though, I actually have. There's another hardcore legend out there that actually randomly wants to say something to you.
Oh my God, who is it now?
It's Becky.
No. I can't confirm that. I cannot confirm that yet.
Let's bring him on. Let's see who it is.
All right.
Roll them out of here.
What if it was C2K?
C2K.
His brother. That makes sense.
Craven Rage is his brother.
Atomic Titan, C2K are brothers. They wrestle just
they really do. Well, before I get to this person, let me get some more comments. Omen bringing more content to Titan's interview. Titan has his promo on repeat. Coach Chris Craven is here, who will obviously be at Summer Bash. I don't know if we label him as a hardcore icon or legend. We'll see. That's up to Mr. Titan on that.
He's a hardcore relic, right?
Well, that means Little Mike, you idiot. We definitely need a promo from Titan tonight. This is where promos go viral. Want to say hello, by the way, to one of my new favorite big men around, Big Man Cam. Big Man Cam, who's a TikTok influencer. He's a star in multiple promotions. He's got charisma oozing from him from front to back and head to toe. And maybe we'll see him in the great state of Ohio coming up at Summer Bash. He's a really big man. In fact, Omen Black knows that how big a big man Cam is, that he put his camera on off now, actually. So that show, he's 6'4", by the way. Mr. Titan, you might want to contact this man. He is 6 foot.
I've heard of him.
6'4", he's a big man. No idea. You said you're on Instagram. You're going to make a phone call. And by the way,
don't remember that.
Bring me down. But this is what you got to do, Mr. Titan. You got to connect with Big Man Cam first because you want to have him as a friend. He's 6'4". He's as big as Bigfoot, by the way, and he's very good friends with CJ Black.
Whoa.
Coach Chris Craven, don't women wear sleeveless turtlenecks? I don't know about that. Mac 10 is here. I put money on me, and is Tom the new Howard Stern? He's forming his own whack pack. I don't know about that. I think Friday's show with Joe Biddle might be the whack pack, but my favorite part of the show is you getting beat up by the GM and the president, and Omen Black versus Big Man Cam is money. By the way, Mr. Black, real quick, what do you think about that line there?
Me?
Yeah, Omen Black versus Big Man Cam is money.
Money. It's money. See, I feel like you can off a real hardcore title.
Ooh. And Wrestling Court, yes, that'll be Friday. Friday will be Wrestling Court. And
I want in on this Wrestling Court. I'm a star witness.
You are absolutely going to be on Wrestlers Court because actually now I'm saving that for Friday. I'm saving that one for Friday because my Hardcore King is here, and I don't want to take away from my Hardcore King. But I'm saving all my thoughts for Friday on that. And Xavier Thorne is saying. But speaking of,
we should bring in him.
Let me now bring on this hardcore legend. Let me bring on this hardcore star that wants to bow down and certainly show his appreciation to his hardcore king. Let me bring him on now because obviously he wants to say hello and like I said, bow down to you. And I am talking about none other than the one and only.
I knew it.
I know it's obviously your
hey, Tom. Tom, backpedal, buddy. Backpedal.
Mac 10,
I don't bow down to nobody.
Mac 10 better be bowing down right now.
Oh, me bowing down, Titan?
Bow down, come on. That's
no.
He's getting right to it. Just hold on, buddy.
No. Because you know what? You know what you can bow down to?
What?
Me. Because you're scared.
No, I'm not scared. You see, if I went one-on-one with you in any type of hardcore match, I think I would have walked out the winner.
Oh, really?
Because at the end of the day, I think I can prove I'm more hardcore than you are.
You think you can do that?
I'm 100% sure.
Hmm.
And then after that,
I'm
You gotta
100%
bow
sure
down
that
just
you
like all the
can't.
rest of them have.
Because you know what's real funny? Because if you were so sure, you would put your title on the line for it.
I don't even want
see,
his belt. I don't.
I would have to. You would have to go talk to Joshua Allen about that. But
Hey, Josh, you're
is it going
watching,
to be
aren't you?
another situation where he gives me the pink slip almost?
Listen, I don't even want your belt when we go 1-on-1. I don't. I truly don't. I just
Did I
want
just hear
you.
Law and Order in the background? Are we like this match such
This
to
is
the
the
point it's
people's
almost
court of this people's court of the hardcore king right now.
Is Jimmy Controversy nearby?
No, but I actually have somebody else that apparently was told he could address you. And again, this is not for me. He was told that he could address you.
Loose cannon.
Yo, Titan.
Well,
And there's
you
even
better
more
be here to bow
hardcore
down
names
and
out
give me
there,
the
by the way.
respect I deserve,
And I
Anthony.
want to put it out. Kato is in the chat. Apparently, he's received
So,
word. Are you sure, Mr. Titan, you want to deal with this? Because Kato could be coming next.
I mean, anyone want to line up? Come on.
So if Kato wants to come on and show,
You have two hardcore legends in the making right now in Anthony Steele, right here.
And me.
well, it looks like
Yeah,
Kato
okay.
has said
Okay.
that I can
Okay,
send him the
sport.
link.
hey, I have enough effort to get signed by WWE tomorrow night than you actually becoming a hardcore king.
So are you being
I don't
signed
know
by
about
WWE?
that.
I thought you've been
'Cause-
signed.
I don't know about that.
Look. What have you faced Mac 10 yet?
No.
No. Have you
Not
faced
yet.
Kato yet? No. Okay. Have you faced Omen Black yet? Nah. Who have you faced? Manny Cobra.
Manny Cobra's a big win, though. Big win over Cobra.
They win, yeah.
A big
Well,
You
win.
see, maybe if I actually was booked against them, maybe I could actually, prove myself there. But you see, until that happens,
Press X to down.
Hey, if there's
make
one
it
thing I've
happen.
learned about these two guys right here, the IMF doors are always open. I mean, they brought in Loose Cannon for God's sake, so their doors
Oh,
are
I'm
definitely
getting
always
to him
open.
Friday.
that never
Friday,
happened.
we have Wrestlers Court on Friday.
And
I've heard
Resurrection
enough from him.
Wrestling's doors always open. Well, I mean,
I don't know.
you should know that because you have a working relationship with them.
Now, apparently,
Yes.
real quick though, Mr. Steele, C2K says he wants in on this.
Only if he's
Yeah,
coming
do
on
it.
here to show me
Do
the
it.
respect I deserve.
Do it.
Is he going to come on here and rap?
Look.
Please don't then. Nope. You stay off.
So, let's go with does the people here and the audience, do they want C2K on here?
If
Hell
he's not
no.
gonna rap, sure. If he's gonna rap, fuck off.
Bring him on.
But Titan, look, you've been in this game how long?
Since 2017.
2017. So 7 years.
Yeah.
So in 7 years, you're just now getting in a hardcore scene.
We've been told they want C2K, so we'll let them say hello.
C2L, that was a pretty good one.
Great. Well, he probably refers to himself as C2L.
But you have not beaten anybody of significance to actually call yourself a hardcore king. Listen, if
Joe
I
Edison-
want,
Joe is the former world champion, though.
Look,
I mean,
man,
if
I'm
that was the case,
hardcore king, at
dude,
least of TBW.
Tom, if that was the case, Tom can go to his local Target.
Yeah.
Because we know we ain't got Walmart out there. He can
No,
go
we
to his
don't.
local.
We
He
don't.
can go to his local Target, grab some Legos off the shelf,
Put
put them on the
I
floor.
love Carter, by
Bring
the way.
your
Literally, like he could put the Legos on the floor and he can drop on them, and then he can say he's hardcore. That it's not. See, being hardcore is a lot more than that. I've never seen
I stubbed
you.
my toes. I only cried for 10 minutes. Hardcore.
Oh, you stub your toes?
Hey, look,
Hardcore right here.
I bit my pinky and only cried for 30 seconds. That's hardcore. See, Titan.
What are you, a
It's
monster?
okay. It's okay, Titan. We
Please
understand.
bring
you
on
wanna-
C2K. We sent him the link.
But
we
what's really
understand.
funny is y'all are sitting there talking about crying. I didn't even cry. I laughed when I got busted open.
What are you, a psychopath?
You know what, Anthony? But if you want me to prove myself, I will. But as now, I'm the hardcore king of TBW. But if I have to go
So,
elsewhere to
Mr.
prove that,
Titan,
I
we've
will.
got a big surprise though for you.
It's
Another
Kato.
hardcore legend is here, and that's
Oh.
Kato. And he's
Yes, sir.
Yes,
What's up,
sir.
Kato?
Wait, so this is the atomic I've been hearing so much about,
Yes,
eh?
that's the guy. That's the guy's the hardcore king, apparently.
He looks like the rejected Jersey Shore member.
You know what was funny was that
Okay,
Come on.
you know what was funny is that I saw his ass get beat by some big guy who was supporting Green Bay Packers. Whoop whoop.
they
Oh,
saw.
that's Alan Michaels. My buddy Alan Michaels is in the chat, by the way. Yes, my friend Alan Michaels. My very good-
Side note, Kato, go Pack, go.
Go
We're
Pack
talking about Little
go.
Mike.
You guys
Hey,
lost there.
look, Titan. We understand your reign and your relevancy as
All
hardcore
right,
champion
well,
is the same as the Tennessee Titans ever going to the Super Bowl.
Oh,
It's
well,
very
okay.
imaginative,
Sure,
but could
sure.
possibly never actually fucking transpire.
sure.
I can't tell if it's a flag on the screen or is that C2K.
Fuck. Excuse
What's up,
me.
C2K? You coming to rap? Oh, he's
Oh.
bowing down. Okay.
What's
you.
up,
I'm buying
man?
down to the
With those
hardcore
glasses
king.
on,
Someone
your
does
house
here.
fly.
I even got
I'll
the
tell you what.
turtleneck too. The classic
And
stuff.
Big Man Cam,
Bow down
I
to
was
the
gonna
king.
say, Big Man Cam, if you're out there, you want to come on? You want to bow down to the hardcore king? I guess not.
Man, these guys that are down there
Hey,
are idiots.
let's just say this. Atomic, first of all, dude, you got somewhat of a look. I mean, you're not big. You're not like Mike. You're not like me. You're not like Mac. You're not like Tremont. You only been in the business since 2017. Okay. Who have you wrestled?
Joe Anderson, Manny Cobra, and Jacob Young.
Yeah, for this. But there's a lot of names
Did you-
like
Soon to
outside of
be.
hardcore.
Did you ever wrestle Pondo
Soon
yet?
to be your last match is right here, buddy.
No. I can answer that for you. No.
I wrestled Pondo. I hung out with dude. Until you wrestle somebody like Pondo, me, Mac 10, or any other of the hardcore dudes, the legends, you're not really hardcore, brother.
You're not
And that's
hardcore
not-
until
that's
you
not
make fucking Madman Pondo turn the fuck up.
Yep.
Well,
And that's not a stab at you, bro. That's just a saying that when you get hardcore, bro, you got to get hardcore.
And we're not talking about country like Mickey James.
Hardcore country.
Hey, man, that song was pretty cool, dude.
It was. I actually have to say it was actually a pretty good song, and I was definitely.
Hey, Titan, I got a question.
yeah.
Where are you going to be June 29th?
What is that?
Where are you going to be June 29th?
Wait, what do you mean?
Mac, hold on. Let's make this more clear because obviously the hardcore king isn't comprehensive right
He's
now.
a busy man,
Hey,
That
right?
resurrection?
Hey, Mac, where are you going to be June 29th?
I think I'm gonna be at Deadly Collision.
You're stupid as fuck. God damn.
I'm
Are you talking
fucking
about
with you. Come on.
Are you talking about the Revenge
Oh my God.
God.
Revenge Rumble, right? Anthony,
Yeah.
Revenge Rumble, right?
Yes.
The Deadly
okay.
Collision is July.
Okay. 30
Okay.
seconds fucking later. So you're going to be at the Revenge Rumble, right?
Yeah, I've had an invite.
The hardcore queen is going to be at the. Wait, I can't even call you that because that's Naomi now. So the hardcore prince.
Oh, did you say the hardcore bitch?
I mean,
That's Silverwood.
so you're going to be at the Revenge Rumble, right?
Yeah, it should be, yeah.
So, what's your plans with the Revenge Rumble?
I have no idea.
I mean,
I just died.
all it takes is a hop, skip, and a jump to hire a hardcore guy.
I mean, I think the plan was if he was going to show up, that we were going to put him against
And
Kato.
speaking of champions
What's
and
up?
big men, we have Big Man Cam, who's become one of my new favorites. He's as big as Bigfoot, and this is a man that obviously wants to lay his claim. And Big Man, it's good to see. He's a TikTok influencer. He's obviously a major star in TikTok and other places. He's been in multiple.
You got more
promotions.
followers than James Taylor? Please say yes.
Sadly, no.
No, I was gonna
I'm
say,
not
give me a
quite sure
couple
yet.
days.
You
Wait.
get there. Hey, when you get there, I'm gonna throw you a party on Sportswire just so I can gloat.
I'll
I
cover
get
the
a party.
tab. Big Man Cam, you'll get parties from me, and I'll cover the tab.
Hey, look, champagne for everybody except
For
Titan.
me.
He can't hold his liquor.
He's my hardcore king.
So you're gonna buy C2K champagne?
Nah, nah.
Big Man, what do you want to say? You've obviously you're a
Titan
hardcore
can't
man
go his
yourself.
liquor
You're
at all.
6'4", 380 pounds. You're as big as
I'll be
Bigfoot.
getting one.
What did you want to say? Do you want to bow down to the Atomic Titan?
Bow down to anybody, Tom. And I think quite
Yes,
clearly,
sir. Yes,
I
sir.
don't work for anybody.
Good point. Yes, sir.
I'm in it for myself. I think it's bad. I can do business with people. There's no issue here. I sure as hell don't take orders. I'll put it that way.
I don't know who's gonna talk after that, but someone.
Well, I
I
will
don't
say
know.
I do have a bunch of comments, which I'm way behind on here.
Someone,
First
please.
of all, Shane Davidson had mentioned that he would like to get a contract extension. He wants to say that anniversary was great this year. He loved it. He also wants to say that hello to Mr. Titan. Also, Alan Michaels, my very good friend, is here. What's going on tonight, boys? Alan Michaels, of course, had a banger of a match with D'Angelo the Flame. The legendary Mr. Hardcore is here from GWC. He just wants to see chaos between Omen Black and Atomic Titan. Also, we have is Omen watching this on his walkie-talkie? Speaking of hardcore veterans, Nicholas Crenson is here. Hello, everyone. I hope you're all doing great. Mac 10, don't disrespect the hardcore king, according to Xavier Thorne. Xavier Thorne is basically watching this here. It's a new Thorne. Let's go here with some more comments. Somebody loves Steel, and we got Steel. Yes, we did.
What up, DG?
Steel is going full shoot, and that's what he kind of did as usual. If you book Titan, you better supply the ketchup or the tube of fake blood, according to somebody. Not my opinion, Mr. Titan. And Shane Davidson said that he's hoping for a contract extension in TBW. That would be up to Joshua Allen. I think that's up to him to make a decision. D'Angelo the Flame is here. Obviously, always want to say hello to him. Max, if you beat Kato for the Hardcore Championship, I'll step up and challenge you. That's a Xavier Thorne. Xavier Thorne wants you back then.
Challenge me. He's not even a competitor.
Shane Davidson said, leave the Titans out of this. Chris, do you consider him hardcore? I mean, I don't think he's bowing down to you, though, Mr. Titan. It's up to you. I mean, if he's not bowing down to you, it's your call.
Yeah, because
He's bound down.
I don't know who anybody is. Troy here is, can't wait to see you in 7 days, good sir. You all enjoy the night. And remind me who you are again?
I have no idea who that is.
Okay. It's Napalm. I believe that's Napalm. That's Mr. Napalm. I'm sorry. Thank you, Mr. Napalm. That's Mr. Napalm. I believe. Legendary Backyard Wrestling in North Dakota.
Shout out to you.
I've already.
Well, he didn't talk about you. Titan cut a promo. Who else am I missing? I don't know. Craven called you Littlefoot. No idea. So I think we're good up on comments. I mean, so is anybody here bowing down to Atomic Titan, or am I missing something?
Hell no.
I think the only one was C2K.
I would say, with all due respect to C2K, of the current
I
wrestlers,
already did. I'm gonna do it again. I ain't done
C2K, I love you, but you're not really a current hardcore wrestler. These are the current ones. So of the current hardcore wrestlers, is there anyone bowing down?
I don't see anybody, but
Oh, that's nice of you. Would that be your way of bowing down to Atomic Titan?
Me? Yeah.
well, Omen
Bow
Black
down,
will
buddy.
be. Omen Black will be at Summer Bash, so.
And
I'm
Big
bowing
Man
down
Cam's
so
here.
hard right now. I'm bowing.
Chris Craven's not going to bow down. Do you want him here, Mr. Titan, to address you if he's not bowing down? It's up to you,
Who is
Mr.
it?
Titan. Chris Craven, he's the coach of Sportzwire Radio, veteran wrestler.
Oh,
You're a busy man.
maybe.
It's up to you.
It don't matter.
Doesn't
The
matter.
only reason Titan's busy is because he takes so long to get into turtleneck.
This only took me like 3 seconds.
Maybe Mr. Titan.
Maybe you don't have no style.
Mr. Titan, I was thinking about this, and again, I'll certainly see who else wants to hop in, but do you think with all these people here that maybe you could retire and go out on top? Because these are some real hardcore wrestlers here. I mean, you got Kato. I mean, he was just in IWA Deep South. I wouldn't even want to mess with him in anywhere, any place. You got Big Man Cam, my new friend, by the way. I mean, he's CJ Black's very good friend, and he's literally like 6'17" with like a size 38 size shoe. He's a TikTok influencer. You got Anthony Steele, who his voice is literally like a lethal weapon. I mean, it's basically his show, right? I mean,
yes, sir.
You got Mac 10, who I mean, basically is here more times than basically an AI version of me, and we see the kind of mood he's in. And then you've got Omen Black. Well, it's his show, and he looks like he wants to literally kill me, like he wants to kill Joe Bidelau in Wrestlers Court on Friday. I mean, C2K's here, but obviously, we want to be nice and let those that have been here in the past that have obviously wrestled, but the work is what it is. But we obviously want to let him be
I'm going back to wrestle. I'm going to leave. I'm going back to wrestle.
Please don't.
On July.
Please
I'm gonna leave.
Hey, time out. C2K, are you sure you want to go back to wrestling? Are you going back as a manager?
Yes, I am.
Do us a favor and don't.
C2K, are you
Listen,
sure you're
I work in
No, God, no.
I'm coming back.
Please.
Yes, I'm coming back. Yeah.
Are you wrestling?
I'm coming back. It's going to be WCX Rochester, New York. Yeah, it's gonna. I was going to leave it to June 15. You know what? No. I'll leave it to June 15.
Hold on. Who's the booker of the show that's booking you? Because I think we're going to need to talk to him.
I'll leave it to 15.
I know the booker. It's probably him or Silver for Johnson.
Zach Attack.
Hey, Titan, if you're coming over to Resi,
No.
it'd be me and you.
No.
I can Joseph Tibbs. Or...
No.
I don't think Joseph Tibbs
Not
knows
you.
C2K.
I said Titan. If
Yeah,
Titan
we'll
ever
find out
steps foot over there, it's me and you. And I'll show you the real
All right.
deal.
All right.
Hey, that's my thing.
You won't like it.
Hey, that's trademark. That's trademark, Kato. You better back up before you meet me in the ring.
Hey, you see this? You're going to get 2 in the pink and 1 in the stink.
Oh, yeah, Titan, because you got a
Okay.
No, I'm
Yes,
kidding.
it's legendary.
I need to run
What he
after
said,
that.
yeah.
Yes, we're gonna
I need to run.
for that. Yes, thank you.
Hey, Anthony, I'll see you later. Mac, I
Thank
got
you,
you.
Mr. Cato. I'll see
Me
you
and you.
soon.
Me and you.
In a few weeks, Mr. Cato.
Nice
Thank
to
you
meet
very
you,
much.
Mr.
Cato.
Cato.
And C2K, are you sure you're wrestling? Really? I mean,
Please
sure.
don't. God, fucking shit.
Yes,
Damn.
yes, I am.
Who is the
I'm
promoter?
definitely doing it. But like I said, I live in there for June 15. You guys gonna find out June 15. I'm going to a lot of things when I come to the show.
Okay, C2K, I'm
Where's
gonna
the
let
show
you go.
at?
I got to get other people on here, and I appreciate you. Thank you
All
for
right,
your time.
problem.
Thanks for stopping by.
Hopefully, Zach is
C2K.
not your opponent, or really for your sake, Stephen Happens is not your opponent. Well, that C2K, goodbye.
Tom, you
Goodbye.
gotta chill.
Goodbye, C2K.
You gotta chill.
And we are joined here by Chris Craven, who's bowing down to Atomic Titan. You're bowing
What's
down,
up,
right?
Mr. Craven? How you doing?
No.
How are you doing? Okay, I guess he's in a bad mood.
I guess he is.
Will do is
I
bow down
thought
to
this
anyone.
was not Joe Bidelau's show. This is turning into Joe Bidelau's show. We don't want this to be Joe Bidelau.
Who?
Guy, by the way, Anthony, just so you know, we're having Wrestlers Court on Friday. I've decided Joe Bidelau's on Wrestlers Court because I don't want to spoil anything, but he has been saying some things and he put words into my mouth and I have the screenshots to prove it. So now Joe Bidelau is actually going to Wrestlers Court. As a matter of fact, I shouldn't do this, but I'm going to stick up for Silver Wolf on this one. Joe Bidelau has said a few
What?
things, and I didn't say. I'm not sticking up for his ring ability, but I'm sticking up for the fact that Joe Bidelau has said of some things, and he's going to be on Wrestler's Court. And I can assure you, if he doesn't do the right things or say the right things, I will be the judge, jury, and the execution along with the people.
Let us be the jury.
Well, you'll be on the jury. That's the spoiler.
Yes, sir.
Well, Coach, you're here.
I'm a
Obviously,
public.
you're the prosecution. Put it that way.
That's right. Thank you, Tom. Yeah,
Hey, hold on.
buddy.
hey, Titan, remember this?
Yeah.
But you had different hair back then 3 years ago in Tennessee when you worked in that promotion.
Still,
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
See, good point.
He went Justin Timberlake on us.
Justin Timberlake.
Anywho,
Now you sound like Josh saying that.
Titan,
you know what?
are you ready for Summer Bash? Like, you're
I don't
honestly,
think he
honestly
is.
right now. Do you think
Mr.
you?
Fight, maybe this is a good time to announce your retirement.
Yep, I'm retired. I'm just kidding.
Maybe this is a good. Hey, no. Maybe this is a good time for you to say you relinquished that championship.
I'm not.
No, why should he relinquish the
No,
championship? He's beat
no.
everybody in TBW, though.
I beat everybody in TBW for
He
it.
beat them all. Who
Like
else
I
is
said,
left in
Omen.
TBW?
I'm coming to take Omen's title from him.
Hold on. Wait a second. You said you beat every.
It's a way better looking
In
title.
TBW.
I don't know if James Taylor is able to come on this show.
Well,
I mean,
that's the
I wouldn't be
thing.
opposed
Rizzy
to
has
it.
a working relationship with TBW.
Okay, but what?
You're on our show. I'm on your show. Oh wait, I haven't been on your
Well,
show.
you know
So how
what?
about we make it to where I'm on your show and beat you for your title?
I mean, get in contact with Josh. Maybe we can make it happen. Maybe the next event. Let's do it.
If I know one thing for sure, Joshua Allen's a huge fan of Owen Black.
Maybe it'd actually be real competition.
I did see he liked your post on Facebook not long ago. I will give you that much.
Every time he wants to dog on an Atomic Titan, I'm like the first and second name that Josh Allen brings up, which I
Yeah.
appreciate, Josh.
Josh does that, yeah.
He does do that, but he's not here right now, Mr. Allen. Why do you think? Maybe Mr. Allen sees that, you know what? Mr. Titan's been on autopilot.
You know what? I wish he would come on here.
Are you sure, though, especially after the elbow drop hurt around the world, are you sure that bionic elbow he did yesterday, you would want him here still?
Well, I do have a few things to say to him, so.
And I was wondering where the man that I've really been wanting to see the whole evening, Xavier Thorne, is.
Maybe on the toilet, I don't know.
I thought you were friends. I thought TNT was coming back.
He's running and hiding.
Hey, Tom, can you pull up Bren's latest comment?
Yes, I can.
Hey, Titan, can you answer this one?
I don't know. That's a good question. How much would the bail be?
Well, how much is bail in Lafayette?
I
Couple thousand?
I've never been to jail.
And Xavier's throwing to it's a lawsuit here. But actually, I'd like to make a quick plug here. While we have so many people tuned in here, I'd like to give a quick plug here and actually bring this up on the screen. It's very important. The reason I want to do that here, actually, if we could support somebody that really does a great job here for the community, and that is our friends over at Boneyard Productions. And here's why Boneyard Productions is important. Boneyard Productions has designed music for so many people, whether it's Jay Wild, our new champion in TBW, whether it's Southern Outlaws, IWA Deep South, whether it's, of course, our Hardcore King, who I bow down to, Atomic Titan. Boneyard Productions is our Jim Johnston. If you want your own character to have your own custom music to the way you want, the way you look, Boneyard Productions has it. Boneyard Productions is the best in the business. So if you want your own theme music, whether you're anybody here on this chat or if you're on Sportswire Radio in general, and you have a suggestion, you have something you want to add, let's support those that are going out there and doing the work for us. Get in touch with Boneyard Productions through there. And if you can, please go out and support Boneyard Productions. They give some of the best music out there, whether you like metal, rock, whatever it is you need to feel for your entrance. The most important thing for any wrestler is obviously that entrance and that music of your choice. So let's support those in Boneyard Productions. So let's
He did make me a theme song as well.
And I did love it. And I would certainly say you can go there to the YouTube channel of Boneyard Productions to find that out. We are here with a slew of stars here. And Big Man Cam, my new buddy, Mr. Big Man Cam, is here. And Big Man Cam, long time no speak. I saw you
Yeah,
like 10 minutes
sorry.
ago.
I was in there. I was cooking. I was
Oh.
chopping up my sweet potatoes. And
Are
I
you
look up.
chopping up Atomic Titan futurely? Is that why you're saying that? What's wrong with you there, chopping him up?
Yeah, dude, big man's got to eat a lot of calories. I'm cooking 6 chicken wings right now. I got a side of rice. I got a side of sweet potatoes. I got my.
So you know what I'm going to do for you, Big Man Cam, so you can keep cooking and keep buying more potatoes and buying more food. I'm going to make sure when I'm off the air, I'm going to be buying myself a Big Man Cam shirt.
Hell yeah, you'll be the second.
I love you, Big Man Cam. You need to bring Big Man Cam into TBW.
We do. I emailed. I believe last December, and you guys.
Well, we're here now with obviously you're here with yours truly and Mr. Titan. So obviously, if you are thinking about still bowing down, or thinking about maybe saying you want to give some backup to Atomic Titan, I'm sure you can get a multi-year contract.
I will put it like this: I do business. However, the only way Atomic Titan will ever get me to bow down to him is when I'm bowing down to.
I think we lost.
That was the worst cutoff ever. That was the worst
I
cutoff
was waiting
ever.
for that moment. I was like waiting for the punchline almost.
Hey, look, I'm just gonna say this: your Wi-Fi shit canned you, because all we heard is when I'm bowing down to him.
Are you serious?
Yeah, we were waiting for like the big moment.
Literally. Oh, dude.
So, I got to think of how I said it again, so it sounds the exact same.
Well, you're a big man. You'll just put him on Rodeo Drive.
Hey, if it takes a double take, just leave. Just leave.
No, it doesn't. No. He's my friend.
It's a joke, Tom. It was a joke.
No, I know that too. I was just saying.
I mean, he's most likely got a bunch of them in that 10-gallon hat. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I got a lot.
I was thinking, Mr. Titan, you know what? He shouldn't bow down to you, Big Man Cam. This is what you need to do at Big Man Cam. Very simple. I'm going to actually help you. I'm actually going to do you a favor, a big favor here tonight, because you are my hardcore king. You've got all these veterans here, all these guys that have been certainly circling you like sharks. I think what you need to do with all that success, all that gold, is if you need a bodyguard, this is the man you need to hire. Because think about it.
That's right.
I mean, Shawn Michaels had a bodyguard once upon a time, and look at this man. Look at the size and strength of this man. I mean, this man goes through guys almost like people go through breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I mean, this man, figuratively and literally, his shoe is bigger than like 3 people on this stream. I mean, if you hire him as a bodyguard, there's no doubt that I'm sure you'll do just fine against any of these veterans here in the ring.
You're right.
Man.
That'd be awesome.
I will do business, but I will not bow down. I'm gonna.
But you don't need no Big Man Cam. You don't have to bow down. If Mr. Titan knows what's best for him, he'll have you as his bodyguard. He'll have. That's what I got that one for you. I solved the problems for you. But I believe we're supposed to be joined by somebody else here shortly, and that person I believe is somebody that Mr. Titan unfortunately tried to ruin the celebration yesterday. To begin the show at Anniversary 7 by giving you that elbow drop heard around the world. So I believe that I'm supposed to get a cue here in a matter of seconds because Mr. Joshua Allen is supposed to join us here because we originally thought Xavier Thorne was coming on, but I'm not sure
Where's
why.
he at?
I don't know. I sent him the link, actually. Don't know.
Thorne's hanging around in the comments because he's too scared to come on.
Come on, Thorne.
I
Don't
thought
be
he
scared.
took out Manny Cobra. And, is Big Man Cam scared him that much? Come on. It's Big Man Cam.
No, I'm good. Bring anybody
Well,
back.
bring on Joshua Allen. Let's see what he has to say.
Mr. Allen.
So he's muted.
There he is, Mr. Allen.
Yeah, turn on your camera.
Are you done yet? I've been hearing you bitch and moan and complain for what, an hour and 32 small minutes? Good.
You know what? You should be fired after what you did to me.
Fired? No. You want to sign? You was trying to swap away a B from your.
That's exactly what happened.
My ass.
That's what
you
happened.
was trying to swipe away nothing. Anybody could have said you would have taken a cheap shot at me. So now you're an bionic elbow, and you want to blame me for having Little Mike make a return on the grand stage, blaming me, blaming Matthew Joseph, blaming everybody else. But the blame should be yeah. Pull up the footage, Tom. Pull up the footage. Here, thank you.
Look, you'll see that B right behind me. That's what I was swatting.
I think for those that, for whatever reason you haven't seen it, something's supposed to happen here right now.
but you will pay for what you did.
And there's
Yeah,
little
blah,
Mike.
blah, blah. Sue me. Freaking sue me if you want. I don't give a damn.
We'll put the volume up for those that want to see this.
You coming to you with a knife, Cross?
Wait a minute.
Yeah, some beans.
It's the elbow head down the world. Atomic Fight is scattering. Oh my God, the fireman's carry. Is he going to put him in at 5? And wait a minute. And here's the poster. Here's the poster. This time, and here it goes. And Atomic Fight is down. And he's running up the ring. And it looks like the squad is around. And we see
And finally, Alan, Mike, and Joseph has shut up the big mouth of your king.
returned with a vengeance for an Atomic Titan. And we see the three pillars of the past now present in
Anniversary 7. The king
and there it
made
goes.
like a royal doofus by the hands of Alan, Mike, and Joseph.
I'll tell you what, he'll get redemption for that matchup against that Manny Cobra.
I'll forgive you redemption, but hey, he better not leave the arena. He's got a match.
Turn
Well,
it
there
off,
you
turn
have
it
it.
off,
There's
turn
the
it
footage.
off. The
There's the footage,
disrespect
sadly,
there.
though.
The disrespect, Tom, of this
Sad.
man right
Yeah,
here.
some B. Yeah, some B you trying to swap away. Yeah, sure. Right. I've heard
Yeah,
everything
but
now.
you're going to pay.
Hey, Josh,
You
hold
put
on.
your
I got a
hands
way
on
to
it.
settle this right now since you're here. Me and him next time at TBW so I can take his title.
Hey, maybe it'll actually be real
That way you don't have to
competition.
deal with the hardcore bitch anymore.
Well, speaking of that said hardcore bitch, I mean, I got guys gunning for him left and right. I mean, we had Kato on tonight gunning for you. He said he wants you. Back 10 wants a piece of you. Omen Black wants a piece of you. Jesse Daniels. The list goes on and on. I mean, for God's sake, I mean, I've tried to explain this to you time and time again. Are you really ready for what? I mean, and going back to anniversary, you had to have hired help from Xavier Thorne, who has not been on here, probably in the bathroom again. Going in, probably in the bathroom again.
You guys in about 2 years. I think more than 2 years now, just about.
This turtleneck looking buffoon said he's going to make a phone call. He didn't tell who it was going to be.
No.
You withheld that information from me, from the company, and didn't even know he was going to be in the building. But you would have blamed me for having little Mike come back. I didn't know he was going to be back. I had no idea. You would have blamed me for that. You would blame Matthew Jones for that.
Yeah, I'm blaming you.
Of course you would.
Your job's
Of
gonna
course
be
you
mine.
would.
Needs a
Your
bodyguard.
job's gonna be
You-
mine. You know what?
you-
How about you
you
step in the
have
ring on me,
always-
No,
Tom?
I
Come
think
on.
that Mr.
Come
You know,
on,
Mr.
Dick.
Allen, I don't
Step
know
in
if
the
you've
ring.
met Big Man Cam, but I think Big Man Cam is an interesting
Part of
man.
it.
It seems like he's obviously looking to say something. And Big Man Cam, I mean, what do you want to say?
Yeah, after watching that clip, I believe Titan does need a bodyguard. You see how many people want a piece of him?
Yeah, for real.
You know,
Unless
I
you want to
Big
add to that
Man Cam.
list, I would suggest hiring me.
He still looked like he was in 8th grade in that ring compared to everybody else. Like, what the fuck?
No,
you need
no, no,
somebody.
no, no,
Look,
no.
you need somebody big, which is.
We need Big Man Cam. Big Man
I
Cam,
am
you're-
taller than Matthew Joseph, and
That's
probably him.
And probably me.
No,
Not
he
you.
meant
I
to
was
say-
talking about
Okay, okay.
Josh. Not you.
When they looked on my
Nobody's taller than Big Man Cam. I can promise you that.
Sam, I've heard a lot about you. But if take it from me, a guy who has been leached on by this piece of shit in the white turtleneck up here, and that's all he does to people. So if I want to save you some warning, don't fall into his freaking tricks, because all this pissant does is leech off of people and do nothing but leech. He has been a leech since day one. What did he do? He had to leave and go. But when he left, the place was still going great without you. Then you come back and you try to turn over a new leaf. Be a good guy. Yeah, right. That didn't last for about 5 or 10 minutes. But you know, as the old saying goes, Tom, a leopard doesn't always change spots. A snake they always shed their skin in the end results. But this little no good white turtleneck, I apologize for the language here, but no good turtleneck son of a bitch has always been nothing but an egotistical pain in my fucking ass.
Josh,
Mr.
it's just
Allen,
because
actually, hold on, Mr. Titan. Actually, I'm going to interject for a second because, Mr. Allen, I noticed a different tone there just now. This was different than the most recent appearances on Sportswire. Obviously, we showed the footage of what you did yesterday at Anniversary 7. Again, Anniversary 7 was the greatest backyard and underground wrestling show in history, in terms of viewership. Over 100 people nearly were watching it on YouTube. Everybody's been talking about it. Obviously, the event was covered in the Tennessee newspapers. That shows you the magnitude. This was the greatest show in backyard and underground wrestling history. The magnitude of this speaks volumes. But you know, Mr. Allen, it sounds to me like after your tone tonight, do you still have it in you to maybe, I don't know, reach out? And I know all these guys want a piece of Atomic Titan. All these guys are enraged about him being the greatest hardcore champion. And guys are enraged that he stepped into their world and hasn't proven his abilities according to them. I get that. I get all that. But no question that, to me, your tone just now sounds like a man that may not be done and may still have a score to settle with none other than the Atomic Titan right here. Do you still have something to prove toward him?
Look, this whole off and on feud has been going on for 7 long years, Tom. 7 long years. The whole world knows my opinion on this pipsqueak.
But the
you know,
last night on the greatest show in yard and underground history.
Yeah, you put your hands on me.
This was volumes. I mean, we're talking thousands of people have seen the footage now in literally just over 24 hours. This seems to me different. This seems to me like Joshua Allen may still have something left in him and may still want to settle an old score once and for all.
You know what, Tom? The last time I was in a TBW Squared Circle was episode 140. And the last time I was in the ring was at Resurrection, in Memphis. That was the very last time I was in. So it's been quite a while. And, I still got the boots on standby. They all saw on the anniversary, I can still dish out a bionic elbow or two. So you know what? The old saying goes, Tom, never say never. We've all heard that saying, right? Never say never. It's been the golden rule in the world of wrestling. So they also say, if you want something done right, you got to do it yourself. So if this pissant can get off of Go ahead,
Mr. Allen.
No, let the idiot speak first. He says, listen.
Just listen to this. You should just stick to your day job, writing checks for your draw, your main event, your hardcore king. Because if you ever stepped in a ring with me, it'd be the last time you ever did. And it was the last time for quite a while when the last time we stepped one-on-one in a matchup.
Hey, I'm sorry, Titan, but you're not the biggest draw over there. The only reason I watched Anniversary was for Gage, Flair, and the Prophet.
Actually, I beat both of them guys.
And D'Angelo.
So, yeah, I beat Gage Flair a few weeks ago. And, I'm always talked about. I get the most likes, the most followers. Always mentioned. I am the man of Tennessee backyard wrestling.
You know how easy it is to go and get followers on Instagram?
And how dare you say I'm not the draw of TBW?
You're not.
At one point in time, you used to be, but that was under my coattails.
Used to be, sure, yeah, used to be.
Yeah.
Where the hell have you been, Josh? Oh yeah, playing little GM. That's all you've been doing.
Ooh, Mr.
Maybe
Allen,
if you had it in you, maybe you could actually step in a wrestling ring. Maybe you could actually do something, but you don't want to do that.
Are you calling me a coward? Are you calling me a chicken? Is that what you're doing?
I mean, that's what you are. You have the audacity to put your hands on me.
Anybody can see there was no bee, fly, whatever in your way on the side. The only thing that's standing in front of you was little Mike, but you wanted to take a swing at me for what? A cheap shot to prove a point, and you got your ass met with an elbow, an F5, and a leg drop. So not win, if or when. You know what? Like I said, this has been going on far too long. Maybe it's time I dusted off the old boots. Maybe it's time I find some wrist tape and climb back in there and do what I do best. That's just kick the ever-loving shit out of you one more time, okay?
Wait, did I just hear Joshua Allen as the owner and founder of Tennessee Backyard Wrestling, the greatest backyard and underground wrestling company today that exists, that you may dust off those boots one more time against the hardcore King Atomic Titan? Did I hear that correctly?
If that's what it takes to put an end, to put a rest to this long, grueling off and on feud, then like I said, if you want something done right, you got to do it yourself. Unless Titan is too much of a chicken shit and hide behind Xavier Thorne's ass.
Ooh. This is different. You know, we've had the two of yous on here on and off for months, going back and forth. But tonight, now all of a sudden, the last 10 minutes, sure, we had giggles here. We had fun. Different people came on, Mr. Titan. We bowed down to you. Others here did not bow down to you, clearly. Big man Cam, Mr. Titan would be, for my advice to give you, is certainly get him in and be your bodyguard in TBW. That could very well be the only way you survive the circle of sharks and the pariahs. But leave that aside. Even with that, it seems to me like Joshua Allen wants to go one more time in the squared circle and dust off those boots and maybe even dust you off and crown you to be no longer king.
That's what I'm hearing, Tom. I'm hearing fighting words.
Oh, yeah.
Trust me.
I'm
It
hearing
would be the
fighting
last
words.
thing he would ever want to do.
Look,
It'd be the last thing. And I know you're itching. You're itching to get in there. You're wanting it so bad.
The difference between me and you, asswipe, and I've said this multiple times and I'll say it again. You do it for what's on that shoulder, that precious little belt, whatever, whether it's the hardcore title or the world, whatever title you've held over the 7 years, you only care about gold. What do I care about? I care about the love of the business. I care about the company. If you cared about the company, you would have left those years ago like you did. But no, you had to leave. You had to abandon what was created, what made you a household name. But no, you came crawling back. At the stage.
You and Ledger.
Yeah, myself and that guy brought you back. Yes, I'll get credit on that. And I thought you was a changed man. But apparently, like I mentioned earlier, a leopard don't always change its spots. Always. So like I said,
things may have got even more interesting for you, Mr. Titan, because before we sign off, there is a man that wants to say something. And the last time he was here, boy, did Hiroshima's drop, and he's the man that everybody's talking about right now in the wrestling world, and we're wondering still how and why and when, and that is none other than effing TNT Path is here, and he has something to say.
Where's his camera?
Fucking God.
First of all, I just want to say anniversary was. I just want to say something. Anniversary was only the beginning. Everyone has their comeback story, and anniversary was mine. Josh, what I gotta say to you is the fact that you put your hands on talent. What kind of a general manager does that? You imbecile, you idiot. You should bow down.
Hold on. What kind of talent puts their hand on their own general manager, Thorne?
You see, it's only Mac 10. You see, it's only when they do it to us. We can do it to them. Because they deserve it. All the hell they put us through.
I haven't done that, so you can't.
Do you guys
Can't
have
hear you.
workers? Are you telling me, Xavier Thorne, that in TPW there's workers' rights? You guys have unions where there's certainly a code where obviously owners cannot or general managers cannot put their hands on talent. Are you telling me here? Because I didn't realize in wrestling we had unions. I didn't realize we had a workers' bill of rights. Are you telling me, Xavier Thorne, that there's a workers' bill of rights?
Tom, let me tell you something. There was a time in GWC where the general manager put his hands on me.
Can you turn on
I didn't do anything to him. I didn't do anything to him. I didn't touch him. He literally got in my face and put his hands on me.
Can you turn on your camera, please?
Xavier Thorne.
I want to see you when you're speaking.
We can't see you though. There we go. There we go. Xavier Thorne. You look good though. I like the shirt. That's okay.
Yeah.
Continue.
And by
the way, meet Big Man Cam, by the way. He's my new friend. He's big.
Tom, the missus says hello.
Oh, yes. Hello to the missus, by the way. We love Mrs. Thorne here on Sportswire.
Hi. Just wanted to say
Good
hi.
to see you. What's up? What's up?
I just want, before y'all close out, I just wanted to say a few things.
Yes, Mr.
First of all, I sat on the sidelines and I watched as Josh and Matthew Joseph and all these other people antagonize and belittle and pick on Atomic Titan for winning the hardcore championship. Beast, there's only one person you can blame. If you gonna, I'm not gonna say thanks to me, but I'm pretty sure he's still the hardcore king. He's still the hardcore champion, and as long as I'm around, that's always gonna. That's how it's gonna stay. I'm sorry, Josh. And if you got a problem with it, if you gonna get in the ring and dust off the old boots, then maybe I have to take you out.
Oh, did Thorne just say what I thought I heard?
That would be awesome, actually, Thorne. So maybe that could actually happen soon.
Wow.
Josh wants to come in here with so much fighting words towards me.
Hey, Josh, I'm just going to tell you this. He might have just threatened you, but I'll handle him over here, so you ain't got to worry about him.
You want to substitute your lackey, the one that carried your bags when you own the PWF, to go after me. Wow, what a fighter you become, Titan. Are you that much of a pussy?
Hey, just like you bow down to legend, you're gonna hardcore king.
Look, Thorne, look. It's funny out of me maybe a few months ago, maybe a year ago, when I was in the manager status, you was real good buddy with Titan, defending him. The next minute you were against him. You can't make up your mind, man.
Yeah,
and now
Josh, this goes way back to, let's see, the Rampage before Vendetta last year, when you and your old, whatever you want to call him, I'm just gonna say whatever, but you almost curb stomped my head into a cinder block, and you hit me.
I mean, I would have. It would have made you look better.
That saved my life. So how dare you speak to him like that, or me? He saved me last year.
Hey, Josh, you respect Legend, you bow down to Legend, so now it's time to bow down to the real king of TBW.
Well,
and Mac, you want to sit here and say you gonna handle Mac? Okay, when you and Kato done having y'all little relationship problems, I'll be the first one to step up to you for that hardcore championship.
Relationship problems. Relationship problems. You're funny. Because it seems to me that every time you try to step foot in the ring, you have a problem. And you've been focused more on Jacoby than anything. And I've been watching what's going on in the back. Because I'm sorry to tell you, you're the one having relationship problems.
You're hilarious, Mac. I didn't know I just this is Tom. I'm pretty sure you know what I'm about to say, right?
Yes, sir.
You know
yes,
my
Mr.
saying.
Thorne. Yes, Mr. Thorne.
But I'm gonna say it, who the fuck told you that it was open mic night, Matt? No.
Open
Keep going
mic
that way.
night.
What I want you to do.
Keep going that way. You're trying to tell me what to do. You're pushing at the wrong person, trying to tell me what to do, Thorne. No, it don't go that way, and you should know that by now. When I'm done with Kato and I retain and get my titles back, you're done for. The only thing that's going to be left of you in the ring is a puddle of blood and maybe a few teeth.
Thorne, don't take this. You tell him how it is.
Oh, I won't. Because for the simplest of facts, Mac, I'm gonna be if you just so happen to get your title back from Kato or get it, whatever, I'll be the first one knocking on your front door, sir.
Front door.
See, Warren Brady said best when he came on my show talking about I had a match with Kevin Page when I could have knocked on his front door. Well, knock, bitch.
Thorne is back. Oh my goodness, this new Thorne.
Knock, bitch. Really? You remember? You remember last night when Kato said I had to have an army behind me?
I don't need an army.
I don't need one either. But hey, guess what?
I don't need a fucking crew.
You might want to watch out because I've heard a little birdie tell me that Incorporated's coming for you already.
Ooh, and they were here Friday night. Incorporated, and they pulled no punches.
I could give a royal fuck about Incorporated. Incorporated is not the level that
fuck.
Yeah, we'll take them out, whoever that is.
Mr. Thorne, do you work in Tennessee Backyard Wrestling? Are you an employee now of Tennessee Backyard Wrestling?
I mean, you gotta think of it like this. Beast was the one that brought me in. So. Beast brought in all the
Where'd he go?
Oh, I'm right here.
There we go.
Beast?
Yes.
Beast was the one that brought in all the new signees, if you want to call it. So, like I said earlier, you want to blame somebody, blame Beast.
Well, Beast is here this week on Sportswire Radio. Is that a question that I can ask Mr. Beast? As a matter of fact, I'm pretty certain I have Beast here Tuesday evening on Sportswire Radio.
You should be asking this man.
But he talks about when Beast was the commissioner. Joshua Allen wasn't the commissioner at the time.
Yeah.
So are you saying, Mr. Thorne, that I have to ask Beast that question here Tuesday?
You don't have to ask Beast. You mean you can? You can. I'm not gonna tell you what to do. I mean, it's your show. But if you insist, I implore it. But this is what I want you to do. Before I get off of here, because I've been on here way too long because it's the King's time, and I don't want to take too much of it. So I'm gonna say to Joshua Allen, this is what I want you to do. I want you to leave those boots in your locker. I want you to get on your knees, and I want you to bow down to the hardcore king of TBW, along with Mac 10. I want you both to get on your knees and bow down because for the simplest effects, TNT is back, better, stronger, and meaner than ever, and we are going to take over this backyard wrestling community by fucking storm. Mark my words.
And David Thorne, thank you very much for joining us here. And it looks like before we sign up, there's somebody. I mean, more people just want to seem to pop in here. And
thank God that we
Black is back.
He came back. Oh shit! Where the fuck did you leave?
You know what? I was hoping Xavier Thorne was still going to be in here, but sadly I'm mistaken.
Well, you have something you'd like to say?
I don't know. He left. I don't know.
TNT, they suck. Xavier Thorne sucks. Tommy Titan sucks. So this is, I guess, a common thing when it comes to guys from that want to team up with Titan and Xavier Thorne. This tendency of just being bad.
I recommended to Mr. Titan.
Bro.
I recommended, to be fair. I thought I had the best idea.
You should recommend it.
Big man can be his bodyguard and not even worry about any of this, but that's his decision. That's up to him and
You
his
should
God.
recommend it because it goes all the way back to PWF when I helped Xavier Thorne win the Uprising title.
I'm aware of that. I remember. And by the way, Mr. Black and I were actually co-owners of the PWF, so we're aware of the history.
It all depends on the number, too. It all depends on the number. If you got numbers, I'll do it. If not, I'll come just like all the other guys.
But you know what's really funny? Owen, I think the hardcore bitch forgets that he has to deal with us at Summer Bash.
He'll get there.
I don't know if I'm able to do this, but Mr. Big Man Cam, I want to put it out there since we are partial owners of the PWF. Maybe we could consider signing you there.
Let's talk business. DM me.
I'll DM you. We know each other.
Yeah, we do. We do.
We seem to know each other. Anything? All right, so let me get closing thoughts from people. I think we've got the point here. Atomic Titan is supposed to wrestle Omen Black at Summer Bash, and we got Joshua Allen potentially showing up in the ring, and Xavier Thorne showed up, and then everybody else showed up, and then it turned into instead of Friday's show, today's show. But let me go here to Chris Craven here first, Coach. I want to give you some final thoughts. Anything else you'd like to say? Yeah, going with you first. I'm going to go around the room. That's Friday's show. That's not tonight. Tonight was a celebration
There's a
of
Law
our
and Order in the background.
I think somebody's too eager. Listen, if somebody's too eager for Friday's show, I think that's the problem. Somebody's too eager for Joe Bigelow. That's Friday's show.
It's my fault, guys. I'm sorry.
You're really eager, huh, for Friday, aren't you?
I'm just studying up.
Boy, reminded me back when I was in law school. In college law class. But that's why I'm not a lawyer. But Chris Craven, you certainly aren't a lawyer, but you have closing thoughts, so execute them.
Well, it's good to see that Anthony Steele finally woke the fuck up and came back.
Yes, sir.
And Omen realized that where his place needed to be back on the show. I don't know where the hell he went earlier.
His show, he can go anywhere he wants. It's his show, though.
Are you ready for Summer Bash?
I had a phone call, dickhead.
Okay, can't you multitask, motherfucker?
The phone can't.
You got Josh Allen and you got Titan. One wants to bail, one wants to fight, one wants to see if his boots still fit. Like, one apparently has sleeveless turtlenecks, which is not a fashion statement that's been in style since the 80s. You're forgetting the shoulder pads.
The 80s are coming back, though, apparently.
80s are.
New Kids on the Block are on
tour. Trying to be a drag queen or Seth Rollins. Anywho, and then you got the big cowboy over here who's just waiting for somebody to hire him as a bodyguard.
And he's big. He is big. I'm gonna tell you something. He's as big as
Big Man Cam, damn it.
He's a legitimate TikTok influencer. A legitimate TikTok influencer.
That's DJ Black's best friend.
Anyway, and
well,
then you got
Matt
Ed over here who looks like he's falling asleep. So I don't know. It's an entertaining show. I kind of kept my mouth shut a little bit more than necessary today.
Well,
but, you know,
I think Sportswire shows are always entertaining. I think they're always entertaining.
The 5-foot boy band man and the air oxygen tank man were at each other, and then Thorne jumped in to give us another groundbreaking promo. It was exciting. Ooh, it's thrilling.
Did he?
I thought he had some good moments. I thought Thorne was basically saying that, and by the way, confirming Beast is here Tuesday Night Live. Beast is here live, and he's got a lot to say, Beast. So
come on, Todd. You know that I never keep it simple. It's got to be chaos or controversial with me. I don't deal with any other way, So
yeah, it was that. I would agree with that. Today was sort of all of that and some.
I come in here to upset the establishment, and I always like to have fun doing that. So
I think people had fun tuning in.
Break the fuck up, Steele.
Thank you very much, Coach.
I'm awake.
Final thoughts. Let me go next to Anthony Steele because I got a few other people I got to work around to. So, Anthony, you got the floor. What do you like to say?
Titan. Get off your phone call. Get off your fucking intercom. Whatever the fuck you're on. Listen up, buddy. Me and you ain't been in the same room in about a year and a half, maybe two. So the one thing I'm going to say is this. I was the one man to shut you up 3 years ago. I'm going to be the same man to shut you up 3 years later. I'm back in Resi. You have to deal with them. You step in that Rumble, you're going to see me. I'm going to make sure that the hardcore king gets his ass whooped like what happened at episode, 102?
I was gonna say
Yeah,
101.
it was something like that. But you see,
I was gonna
this
say
is a
101, but I
You
wasn't
know
gonna.
the
This
time,
is a different Atomic Titan.
you know the time. It's the same. You're like Thorn.
I've got
You're
way
you're
better
like
since
you're
that.
like Xavier
Let's be
Thorn.
honest.
He's got new
You-
glasses, new hair.
Yeah, no.
Hey,
I was a different wrestler then. I've improved
hey, look,
a lot.
I can change my hairstyle and change the fucking outfit that I wear. I'm still the same fucking guy.
But you know what? If I do see
Maybe.
you in that Revenge Rumble, I'm gonna throw you out.
You're gonna throw me out.
Yep.
I don't think your little weak
You
pit
have a-
soup arms
you
can
have
do
a-
that.
you have
I can do
enough
that.
chance. You have a
Mac
bigger
10, I
chance.
wouldn't even be talking.
You have a bigger chance of getting bionic elbowed by Josh Allen. Oh wait, that already happened at Anniversary. Than throwing me out of the fucking Rumble. So let it be clear. I'll see you at the Rumble. I'll also see you at Summer Bash. And any other place you want to see me at. Dude, we can go round for round. Because you gotta think. Last time we were in the ring together, you got a lucky win. All because of the now former world champion. So I'm kind of like Chris Craven. I'll let you speak, I'll let you do your shit, but I'll never forget. And when the time is right, then I'll strike. And when I strike, I'm gonna show you what I'm really made of.
Gay.
So it doesn't matter if you're the hardcore champion. It doesn't matter if you're the slumber party champion. All that matters is that Anthony Steele versus Atomic Titan. You're gonna get your ass whooped 9 out of 10 times. So, to all the other guys in here, Omen, great to see you again. Chris, clock's ticking. It's about to be Summer Bash time. And I can't wait.
Yeah. I'm excited.
Max 10,
I'll
I
get
hope
you
you get your ass beat by Kato. Big Man Cam, don't know you, but you seem chill as fuck.
You too, bud.
I know Tom has my my ats and everything, so he can just pull those up.
We'll handle that. I'll make sure Mr. Big Man
You
can't
can get in
meet
contact with me. Hey,
I'll
look,
handle that.
hey, I'm a businessman too. We can talk business all
I
day.
represent my client here. I'll make sure he has the information.
And Josh Allen, I love you, man. Good to see you again. I'm glad someone actually put Titan in his place yet again. And it seems like you've been the number one thorn in his side, pun intended. So, listen, Titan, if there's one thing you got to understand and one thing to take from tonight, it's just because you wear a championship does not mean you're hardcore. It just means you got a strap around your shoulder and a big ass target on your back. And when you get in the ring with real hardcore wrestlers, you're going to be shaking. That turtleneck's going to come off, and the blood's going to start pouring. And then all you have left to do is run.
I got a question.
God damn,
Can I
that's
ask a
boring.
question?
Yes.
Can I ask a question, please?
Yes.
Is he really a hardcore wrestling champion, or does he only identify as a wrestler?
He's a hardcore champion. He's a Tennessee backyard wrestling hardcore champion. No, okay, no, I got you. He's a Tennessee backyard wrestling hardcore champion. Successful one. Okay, well, thank you, Anthony, for those riveting thoughts, and we look forward to seeing you probably tomorrow when Dustin Alexander is in the house. So I'm sure you'll probably say hello then. So Dustin Alexander is here, same time Mr. Titan was here. But let me go to Mac 10 next. Mac, closing thoughts, anything else you want to say?
No, I think I got my point across earlier.
I'm sure I'll see you tomorrow as well, because obviously you and Anthony seem like you have a good odd couple rapport there. Let me go next to my favorite big man, hopefully your favorite big man out there in the yard, the legendary Big Man Cam. I mean, you got to go out and support this man.
Wow.
TikTok is no.
But hold on, wait. I do have one thing, Tom.
Yes, sir.
Titan owes me rent.
Who owes rent? Oh, Titan. Oh, yes, the rent. Yes, you see, Mr. Titan, Mac 10 actually collects rent on Sportzwire. He's here so much that he collects the rent here. So
Homie, then you might as well me and Omen might as well collect rent from your ass.
But let me go back to my favorite big man. He is your favorite big man. He's the best big man in the yard. He is the
I got
TikTok
this, Tom.
influencer and Mr. Big Man Cam. Big Man Cam, I'm giving you the floor and go out and support this TikTok influencer and this star all over the place. And Big Man, I give you the floor.
All right. Well, I appreciate you guys having me on. It's definitely nice to meet all of you, except for Tom, because I've never met anybody else literally in here. Maybe exchange a few DMs, but I don't know for sure. I'm in too many group chats. One of my biggest closing thoughts. So, Titan, I'm a former CO in real life. With the attitude you're carrying with yourself, you're gonna go from this to this real quick. If you don't get your shit together or hire somebody. I'm telling you, because on the clip that I watched, you look like they could have had you reamed like that real quick, dude. I've seen it happen. It's gonna happen to you too, and you're smiling. You ain't gonna be smiling when it's happening. You need somebody. It all just depends on who's gonna give me the higher number.
All right, I'll hit you up.
I'll make sure that
That
Mr.
goes
Titan,
for
that
Joshua Allen too. If Joshua Allen wants me, he can give me that higher number. So be it.
Big Man Cam, I'll handle that for us off the air. I'll take care of you. Don't you worry about that, my friend. I'll make sure that these individuals get in touch with you.
I got you, but it's still nice to see everybody, though.
Oh, absolutely. It's always good to see you, big man. Always good to see you, my man. And somebody wants to say that I'm surprised the old man who no-shows events isn't here tonight. He lives on Sportswire. Who is that old man? Who are we talking about? Craven
We
Rage?
all know. He was famous live.
Is he talking about Craven Rage?
Yeah, that's exactly it, Tom. Craven Rage.
I think it's Craven Rage who he's talking about. Beast wants to say steal, round for round. And you pick the smallest man in the chat, laughing my ass off. Okay, Omen, it's your show, so I'm going to give you the floor before I go to these two individuals who are from the great state of Tennessee. And it's your show, Omen, so I'm giving you the floor and whatever else you want to say. And if you want to execute here, you're welcome to.
You know, I said a lot already tonight to Atomic Titan. You know, I'll give you this. I'm very surprised you actually accepted to have the match with me. So I'll give you a little bit of respect. But that's where the respect ends, right here, right now. Because now you're not just a punching bag that I like to pick at and make fun of. Now you are what I like to call a victim of your own decisions. And at Summer Bash, I'm going to collect on your bad decisions when I beat you and kick you out of all of hardcore wrestling while all these guys will leave. Thank you, Omen. Thank you. Thank you for getting that poser out of our craft.
Well,
you're welcome, Josh. I got you, buddy.
That's why he's Omen Black, and that's why it's his show, and he's the boogeyman of the Midwest. He's the hardcore god, and that's why he's the reigning, defending DKW World Champion, the IMF Hardcore Champion, and that's why Craven Rage will still never wrestle.
Who?
That was the guy that I think Famous Live was saying, who's the old man that no-showed here. That's Craven Rage, because he's no-showed you technically for 15 months, so technically...
No, he's talking about James Taylor.
Wait a minute. Are you sure it's not Craven Rage?
Whichever you want to.
And also, before I get to the last two men, Shane Davidson says that he wants a new contract extension.
I want a contract, Josh.
Oh, look, somebody I consider a bit more than a hardcore wrestler. Jake
wants to say hello, and this is a man that actually definitely deserves an introduction, and that is a man that actually wrestled in the main event of a Big Man Cam's favorite promotion and my favorite promotion, GTS. That is Mr. Gabe Sayers. And Mr. Sayers, of course, wrestled for that GTS championship against Grimm, and he certainly won the respect of Grimm's wife, and he competed also for the GTS Hardcore Championship. Gentlemen, and obviously, Gabe Sayers is definitely a man we would also put up there in some of the hardcore stars, one of the hardcore greats. And, you know, before I move on, I think somebody was referring to an individual named James Taylor. Is that correct? If this individual named James Taylor wants to say something, Would you like to hear him for like 2 minutes? Literally 2 minutes.
Go ahead.
Maybe a
It's
minute.
your show, Holman. It's not
Maybe
mine.
a minute.
Go ahead.
30 seconds.
Bring him on.
All right, well, James Taylor, the ROEW owner, he also wants to meet his employer, Big Man Cam, so obviously that could also be an important reason for James Taylor to be here. His employer is definitely here, so I do want to obviously see that Big Man Cam's boss, James Taylor, is here for a second, and we'll let Mr. Taylor speak for no more than 2 minutes, and then we'll let Mr. Titan and Mr. Allen close the show. So I will say that Mr. Taylor, the ROEW owner, is here. Obviously, he had a busy day. He was meeting with clients, meeting with sponsors at ROEW. He was also getting ready for new deals for ROEW on YouTube channels, YouTube providers. Obviously, with Jack Delta as champion, JX is the #1 contender. They're obviously working to new heights in the state of Michigan that we've never seen before. And James Taylor, the owner of ROEW, is going to be here. And according to Beast, we said that he is claiming that James Taylor was at a nursery home and that the prophecy did his job in putting him in the nursery home, and he should only come out when the nurses let him. But he's not here for the nurses. It's James Taylor, the ROEW owner, and our friend, your friend, the owner of ROEW and the boss of Big Man Cam and James Taylor. I know you've seen Big Man Cam on the show. You've obviously been seeing what Big Man Cam has been saying, and is there something you want to say here for a few short minutes before we close the show?
It's James Taylor. How you doing, Big Man Cam? Good to see you. Officially
I'm
meet
good,
you
bud.
one-on-one. Doing all right?
Feels like shit.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't. Good to see you.
Josh and Titan, congratulations on anniversary. It was a good event. I didn't watch it. The only thing I watched was the main event, but I did see that scene a little bit ago where Josh kicked your ass, Titan. That was pretty hilarious.
I don't know if I agree with
Everybody
that,
else,
but
how you doing? But you know what? I was just trying to mind my business, stay back. I was just watching the show, just minding my own business. And then somebody has to troll because that's all people want to fucking do these days is troll. So tell a famous lie. I'm not the old man that doesn't know show events. I've done put that behind us. I settled shit like that already. So keep talking your trash. Keep running your fucking mouth. Nobody cares. You can make all the jokes you want about my TikTok. Clearly it's jealousy because I've got 77,000 followers posting stone cold content because I know what the fuck I'm doing and I'm making money off of it. Are you? No, you're not. Sit there and troll. Keep being a little bitch that you are. And there it is. Guys, I respect all of you. Mac 10, hell of a performer. Anthony, you and me one-on-one one day again. Chris Craven, we squashed your shit. You're good. Omen, I'm supposed to be on Omen's show possibly tomorrow. Inside the Ropes. Check that out or whenever he's ready to have that. Big Man Cam, I'll talk to you after a while. I saw your pitch of an idea for a storyline. I'm very interested in it. I will get back to you really soon on that. I had to handle a thing with monoxide and sea money, so I just made that official. Tuesday Night Throwdown, check it out, ROEW. It's going to be a hell of a match because sea money needs to get his hands on monoxide. And then in the main event of Weekend Warfare, it's Jack Delta defending the World Heavyweight title against JX. And that's going to be a match for the ages. You don't want to miss it, period. And there it is.
thank you very much, Mr. Taylor. You said a lot there, and obviously Gabe Sayers wanted to obviously say hello to you as well. And Gabe, of course, is the man that was in the main event of GTS. He's also the owner of TF Crew, which, again, Big Man Kim could be another place for you to work, obviously, in the great state of Connecticut. Obviously, we'll certainly try to get you over there as well. And I think, Mr. Titan, I'm going to give you closing thoughts next. And certainly you are a hardcore king, and I'm letting you have the floor and fire away.
I just, thanks for letting me come on again. I appreciate it.
Oh, you're always welcome, Mr. Titan.
And,
looking forward to wearing your shirt.
there's a lot of good stuff coming up for TBW, so stay tuned.
Can't wait for all of it.
Anniversary, go watch it. We appreciate it.
I will say this. Anniversary 7 was a fire show. Good job.
It was the greatest backyard underground wrestling show in history.
Good job, Josh, for booking it. Good job, Titan, for being part of it. And congratulations to the new TBW champion, the Prophet Jay Wild. You deserve it, man.
Oh, it looks good, Big Man Cam. Got to feed the need. I love Big Man Cam. Are you doing cooking with Big Man Cam on TikTok or what?
And shout out to Russell Cooper. That's a side that I didn't see. I didn't think I ever see of him in that match with Jay Wild.
Have you not
match
seen
reminded me of Mind Games 1996.
Have you not seen his other hardcore matches he's done?
I mean,
Also,
to be honest with you, I don't watch a lot of Russell Cooper. So,
well, him and Jay Wild did a match at Anniversary 5
a couple years ago.
It was a hardcore. That was like 2 years ago. They had a whole feud. It was
also, Beast
crazy.
wants to
that's
say,
the one I
and
must
ahead
have
of two,
skipped over, but I'll go back and watch it.
Before Mr. Allen gets to have the final word, because he is the owner of TBW, Beast wants to say that they really let James Taylor design his room in a nursing home. That's cool. I'll tell his grandma about it. So obviously, Beast is basically saying James Taylor's in a nursing home, and I'm sure Beast will have more to say on the nursing home coverage on Tuesday's show. So stay tuned for more nursing home coverage and more, and you'll get your nursing fix here and some. But Mr. Allen, I'm giving you the floor. Anything else you want to plug, share, or say? We pass the baton to you, and thank you, as always, for all the great things you do for this sport and being a part of All Wrestling Matters.
Well, I want to say thank you to the fans and all around the world that's tuned in Anniversary 7 for making it a great show. Thank you to the boys in the back as well. And what a great event, new world champion, which I'm still shocked about. I'm still befuddled on that one. I will give Cooper his credit. Defiant to the end. With a hell of a fight. But we have a new world champion in the Prophet Jay. Well, congrats to him. I know we've not seen eye to eye on things as of late, but congratulations are undue. Hip squeak, huge help. No congratulations there. I don't give a rat's ass.
And a new Making Iron Fitness. How about the Making Iron Fitness Cup there? And then
William Osborne Walker, the first ever Making Iron Cup winner. That's him. I want to send a very special thank you to Resurrection Pro Wrestling out of Memphis for the boys coming down and being a part of the card as well. And I want to thank those people that came down to see the event, whether it be in person or on the TV screens, phone screens. But like I said a few minutes ago, 7 years on and off feuds. We've been allies, we've been enemies. I don't give a rat's ass if it's our turf or it's Reggie's turf. I don't want the belt. I don't give a damn about the belt. That's a point. That's all I gotta say.
And that's why everybody needs to go follow Tennessee Backyard Wrestling and watch Anniversary 7. If you haven't yet watched it, nearly 1,500 people already have watched it. So go join it. And again, great coverage for it from the local Tennessee newspapers. Tennessee Backyard Wrestling is a small business American dream success story. This is a company, think about it. This is why we need to support IMF. We need to support TBW and Resi and ROEW as places, because they are going out and doing the small business American dream success stories. This is why you need to follow every company that comes on here. It's about All Wrestling Matters. Let's support those. Buy some merchandise like yours truly. I'm always doing something to make sure I do my part. Join in and do all of that here. So please support them. D'Angelo the Flame wanted to say anytime he thanked you. Shane Davidson says he misses the TBW boys. We definitely agree. We love TBW on this platform. Beast says, I'll let everyone do their thing. I can't wait to meet Beast on Tuesday. I hope Beast doesn't kill me. Big Man Cam, you might be on speed dial. I'm only kidding. Well, maybe. You never know. But we love Beast, by the way, and certainly don't hurt us, Beast. Also, You're a Coward, Atomic Tampon. Josh elbowing you into oblivion was the best part of the show. Well, there was a lot of great moments. I mean, the Gage Flair match. How about the Gage Flair match? What a fantastic match, obviously.
Honestly, Jay Cole, a phenomenal prospect, phenomenal performer. I mean, that was his debut, first in-ring match on the grandest stage.
A hell of a match. He lasted, 15, 16 minutes with the Nature Boy? I mean, what a fantastic match. I mean, in any other show, that would have been a main event. I mean, amazing performance.
And I tell you one thing, Tom and everybody, we thought he had the IC title. We thought he was going to be IC champion. But
on the rope.
The veterans playbook, put on the rope.
What was on the rope? Obviously, that was what it was. And Gabe Sayers, who, by the way, just worked with D'Angelo the Flame yesterday, who also D'Angelo the Flame wrestled on your show today, said he loved the atomic tampon quote. We got to get Gabe Sayers back on Sportswire. Storm, but I feel like Gabe needs to be back on more often. But
what the
hopefully
fuck?
Gabe, Gabe
Like
liked
I
it.
did that.
Gabe liked it, and I want Gabe on Sportswire. Well, hopefully Gabe wants to join us on Wrestlers Court on Friday. But I'm going to leave that at that. And Bren wants to say atomic tampon comes with fake blood. Well, I don't know about that. I thought atomic, you were bleeding like there was no tomorrow on anniversary. You watch the tape and tell me. But ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank everybody here for tuning in. This was certainly one for the ages. Also, Gabe Sayers wants atomic tampon to start making hearts. He wants to stop making hearts, basically. He doesn't want you to make any more hearts. So Gabe Sayers doesn't like the hearts because he really does bleed. And ask Mikey Anarchy that, and ask Doc Holliday, and ask Ice-T, Curtis Joseph that. But my name is the Reverend Tom Bryce. We were joined by Omen Black. It is his show after all. The Boogeyman of the Midwest, the Hardcore God. He's the DKW World Champion. He's the IMF Hardcore Champion. We were joined by Chris Craven, the only Craven. Well, there is a Craven Rage, but he'll tell us he's the only Craven. He's our coach.
Only Craven.
We were joined by Anthony Steele, who's now back with Resurrection Wrestling. He returned on Elevation and made his maybe sort of triumphant return, but did make a return to it nonetheless. He did wrestle Drake Golddragon, where the West Memphis Kid, Ronnie Brady, did do a number on him, but he's back in wrestling, and you have to certainly deal with it. Anthony's got always a lot to say, so stay tuned for Resi for more of that. The Deathmatch Werewolf, the legendary Mac 10 Carnage Cup IWA superstar, man who has defeated Jimmy Controversy among many others. He's always here, and he, after all, if anybody comes on this platform, they got to go give the rent to Mac 10. We've got, of course, the legendary Big Man Cam, my friend, your friend. He is the big man, best big man around. My favorite one, as big as Bigfoot. He's a TikTok influencer. Buy his merchandise. This man, just sign him. I don't care who you are. Sign this man because he's really big, and I'm going to tell you, he's going to be even bigger. We were joined by Joshua Allen, who is the owner of the mothership right now on the yard in the underground. That is TBW. He is also a man that wants to drop more elbows on Atomic Titan, who I did bow down to as our hardcore king. He's the only Grand Slam winner in TBW history, and he's the greatest hardcore champion according to some. And I don't agree with the last comment, but I'll put it up here anyway. Titan sucks, but you can find out for more on that on all TBW platforms. Follow IMF Wrestling 366, also ROW Backyard Wrestling, YouTube, TikTok, also Instagram. Follow Chris Craven on his real personal page. Mac 10's on Instagram now. It's Mac_RPW10. Anthony Steele, just find him on Instagram. He'll find you. And I'll be back here tomorrow, 10 o'clock Eastern time, with Dustin Alexander, who is the Resurrection Wrestling World Champion. I'm sure some people will be here. And the next night, the now Prophet Beast. The Prophecy Beast is here. He's going to be here. And also Gabe Sayers said to Atomic Titan, put the shades back on. He said his eyes are being blurred. Good morning. Good afternoon. Maybe I really do feel like we're on Howard. Are we turning this into Howard Stern or what? I mean, I realize I've got the hair. I don't know if Howard had the mutton chops, but maybe I'm the mutton chops version of Howard Stern. But until then, we're not on K-Rock, but we're on Sportswire Radio. Hit the sub button for us. If it's 1,000 subscribers, I get an NEW Underground Wrestling tattoo. So I'm almost there. 300 more to go. Thank you, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. On the number one global radio that is Sportswire Radio, where all wrestling matters.